evening. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Eastern High School. We're going to talk right now to the head coach of the Tipton Blue Devils, Coach Aaron Toll. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you. Second week of sectionals. Just survived advance at this point. Just glad we get to play another ball game.
Coach, I got to mention one win away from 150. That's got to be in the back of your mind. But let's mention 4 times you've matched up with Eastern. You've split them 2-2.
Yeah, we've had some great ball games, to be honest. And unfortunately for us, they've gotten us the last 2 times. So hopefully that's in the back of our kids' mind, and hopefully we play with a little extra tonight. Thinking about the last 2 teams that this team in green has ended our season. So think about those kids that the seniors of 2024, the seniors of 2023 that would absolutely love to put a blue helmet on tonight and have another shot. So hopefully play with a little extra tonight.
First last week, you got 48 points. You had a good defensive output. We'll mention Zane Durham, 6.7 tackles in the ball game, 2 sacks and 2 interceptions on the season.
Zane's a sophomore, played at a really, really high level on both sides of the ball last week. Had a 76-yard touchdown run. I think he recovered a fumble, had an interception. I think he had 30 tackle points for the game. So he was our player of the game last week. Played an outstanding ball game for a sophomore, and hopefully we get a similar effort tonight.
Coach, 4 interceptions. Dakota Garman leads the team, and Chase Hussey is the defensive captain. He'll call the defense.
Yeah, again, we count on those guys for a whole heck of a lot. Dakota's playing at a high level on both sides of the ball. He's obviously our go-to receiver with close to 900 yards receiving. Going to have to play a whale of a game in our secondary. They've got an assortment of good receivers, a good quarterback. So our secondary is definitely going to get challenged tonight. And Chase is he's one of our running backs, and he is our defensive captain. So hopefully he can get that crew in there and stop the run, and our secondary can do a great job on the pass game.
Tipton Blue Devils, Eastern Comets, they're very common in the rushing game. We'll mention Eastern plus 25, and we'll mention passing game, the Blue Devils in front, 16 plus with 186 yards per game throwing.
Yeah, we're really pretty similar teams, in all honesty. We both like to be balanced. I think we both have good receiving cores. I think both of our quarterbacks are playing at a high level. I've heard a number of times that it may come down to which team can run the football the best tonight. And obviously, less penalties, no turnovers, but the team that can run the football tonight is going to be in great shape, I think.
Coach Aaron Toll, thank you.
As always, appreciate you.
Now we're going to walk this direction. That was Coach Aaron Toll. Aaron Toll giving us some words right there. And we're going to talk right now to the head football coach. We're going to talk to Mr. Josh Edwards. Josh Edwards, I tell you what, you've been here 19 years. 27 years a coach. Yeah. That's got to be in the back of your mind.
Oh, yeah, it's in my mind every day. Starting to get some years on my body and on my brain, but I still love doing what I'm doing. But it's been a great journey.
94 graduate Eastern High School. Taylor, you there in 98.
Yep. So I'm an alumni of Eastern, and that was always kind of my dream, was to come back here and be able to coach some football, just because I bleed green and gold. But I'm very, very gracious for the opportunity to be here.
Coach Toll, also a graduate from Tipton High School, 1990. He went to IU.
Yeah, I know. I think that's pretty cool, especially the fact that, he took over for his dad, and I actually took over for my head coach here. So Coach Durkis was my head coach, and I was lucky enough to be able to follow in his footsteps. So, yeah, both of us have pretty neat stories.
Coach, this year you went 5-1 in the Hoosier Heartland. You were just in front of the Blackhawks. You gave them their only loss. That had to be a good game.
Yeah, that is by far the best game we've played this year. I think we put up 27 points in the first quarter. And as far as offensively, we blocked well. We executed our passing game. The running game was outstanding. And then defensively, we held them to, 2 points. It was a safety. It was on our offense. So in the first half, and I think they put a couple scores up late. But, yeah, very, very proud of our guys. We've really turned it on since about game 5.
You're going to have an offensive output pretty similar to the Blue Devils, running the ball and passing the ball tonight.
Yeah, I did some looking at their numbers on Max Preps, and they've got around the same number of total yardage that we do, and really very, very close in the passing to running breakdown. So we know that, to me, that makes it challenging to defend because you don't know when they're going to run or pass. There's no tendencies per se, so they're very hard to defend.
Last thing I'll mention, number 3, he's a junior wide receiver. He'll be a good target for Gibson Eagle, your quarterback tonight.
Yeah, Bentley Hollinger is a guy that has put in a ton of work this offseason. He was injured for a good part of last year and then really emerged at the end and then put a lot of time in the weight room this offseason and working on his speed and has really emerged for a set the school record for receiving touchdowns last week. So, we expect big things from Bentley.
I appreciate you, and well, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
See you. So we'll walk back this direction. That was Josh Edwards, head coach for the Eastern Comets. This ball game going to begin in about 25 minutes, just under 24 minutes, 58 seconds. So we'll go this direction. We'll talk to Noah. Pardon me, sir. So we'll walk back this direction. We'll talk to him if the time is right. But we'll walk this direction. We'll go around the end zone here, and football on a Friday night, second round of the sectionals. Should be a good matchup here tonight. Both these teams well familiar with each other. They probably pass each other on the roadways, and they probably know each other. Some of them, it's all good. And we're here on a Friday night. The sky is beautiful. It's got some cirrus clouds, low mounted. The grass here is chlorophylled, and we're going to walk back this direction. We'll go towards the broadcast area tonight, talk to Coach Eric Heisner. I'll say coach. He's the athletic director. We'll talk about him in the pregame, that permission granted, and then we'll walk this direction. The lights are coming on here at Greentown, Indiana, home of the Eastern Comets, and these light poles, I tell you what, it looks like everybody got in the pool, and I might have got a good deal on these light poles, because you look around different stadiums, you see these light poles, they're pretty much the same, and they're flared up, and we'll mention some of these light poles. They turn the lights on and off and flash them on a score. That's kind of intimidating at times, but we'll walk this direction and go back up in the area. They're playing some good music, and I should mention Matt Jensen. He's doing the scoreboard tonight. Matt Jensen tells me he's got a girlfriend. I found that out on Facebook. He's had a girlfriend. He told me he's proud since June 28th. She picked him up, brought him to the game. So he's doing the scoreboard tonight. We'll walk this direction. And then we'll have a pregame here for you. And thank you for listening. And we're going to set this down for a moment. And we'll be right back. So we're right back. We'll mention Blue Devils are still out on the field, and they're getting some time-ups in. The Eastern Comets have gone into their locker room. And before we begin, we'll mention good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's education-based IHSAA varsity football game. Tonight's radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. It's Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. It's weekday mornings, 9 to noon on 93.1 FM or WIBC.com. Today's game is going to feature the Tipton Blue Devils as they visit the Eastern Comets. As mentioned, should be a good contest here on a Halloween night. Halloween night, I'll tell you what, I've already seen some people dressed up in costumes. And we'll talk a little bit about tonight's matchup, as mentioned, with Coach Toll. These teams, since 2005, that's when Coach Toll began at Tipton High School. He's in his 21st year. In 20 seasons previous, they first got together That was a 2A matchup, 2011, first round sectional. That was on October 21st. Keep that in mind. We'll mention 28-27 Blue Devils got a 1-point win. And then we'll mention the next year in 2022, Class 2A sectional. That was the first round of sectional action also, 21-20. Blue Devils got the win. And as Coach Toll mentioned, the last two games were won by Eastern. The first game they won, that was in Class 2A. That was 2023, second round of the sectional. And that was on the 27th of October. And that was a decisive game, 42-0. And then again, we'll mention, I should mention Class 2A, the first round, back on the 21st in 2022. That was the Blue Devils, and we got that. And we'll also mention at Tipton High School last year, November 8th, that was the sectional final game, 21-20, another good matchup. Coach Toll and Coach Edwards, they get along well, like they should. We'll mention a little bit of a pregame. We'll talk a little bit about the first. We'll talk about the home team on the scoreboard. We'll talk about the Eastern Comets. And we'll mention this to be cordial. Eastern Comets, we'll mention. They're Class 2A, as you know, sectional 36. 4 teams left after an 18 sectional beginning. Eastbrook Panthers and the Rochester Zebras, the other two teams, along with the Eastern Comets and the Tipton Blue Devils. The principal at Eastern High School is Brad Fugit. The athletic director, as mentioned, is Eric Heisner. He's also the varsity baseball coach. And we'll also mention we are playing on natural grass at Cogdale Field. Eastern High School is located at 421 South Harrison Street, Greentown, Indiana, 46936. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-628-3333. And on the website, it's GoCometsAthletics.com. They wear the collars green and gold. They perform in the Hoosier Heartland Conference. There are 7 teams in the Hoosier Heartland. And I will mention, winning it this year, the Eastern Comets, 5-1 in the conference. They're 9-1 present. Sheridan Blackhawks finishing the conference 5-1, 6-2 presently. They went head-to-head with Eastern, as mentioned, with Coach Josh Edwards. The Eastern Comets got the win. And third place this year, Carroll Cougars. They finished 4-2 in the conference, 6-3 overall, followed up by the Taylor Titans, the Clinton Prairie Gophers, Clinton Central Bulldogs, and the Delphi Oracles. As mentioned, Eastern Comets currently 9-1 on the season. They're 5-1. They finished 5-1, first place in the Hoosier Heartland. Their head coach is Josh Edwards. Josh Edwards, in his 19th season, he's got 105 wins, 94 losses. And as mentioned, 27th year overall, 121 wins, 158 losses. And he did go to high school right here at Eastern Comets High School. That's a 1994 graduate. And he went to Taylor University College, 1998 graduate. Tonight's winner will play next week. They'll play on the final game, and that'll be a week from tonight, and that'll be Class 2A sectional final. And now we'll talk about the Tipton Blue Devils. Tipton Blue Devils, they have gone into their locker room, both teams in their respective locker rooms, and I'm working right there, and I'm getting the chalk talk. Working together with one another. And the Eastern Comets are going to go against the Tipton Blue Devils. Tipton Blue Devils, we'll mention a little bit about the Blue Devils. They're the Tipton Blue Devils. They have a school enrollment of 454. They were established in 1962. They're Class 2A, sectional 36. And as mentioned, there are 4 teams left out of an 8-team sectional. Left in the sectional is Eastbrook and Rochester. They're playing tonight. Eastbrook currently 10 wins, 0 losses. Rochester, the Zebras, are 9-1. And right here, as you know, the Eastern Comets and the Tipton Blue Devils.
Eastern Comets 9-1 on the season. Tipton Blue Devils 6-4. Will mention Rochester is at Eastbrook tonight at 7 o'clock start. They're playing on field turf. Tonight here, 7 o'clock start, Tipton at Eastern. They're playing on natural grass. The principal at Tipton High School is Mr. Craig Leach. The athletic director is Mr. Colin Quinn. And the athletic trainer is Burke Emmert. Tipton High School is located at 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-4131. On the website, it's tiptonathletics.com. They wear the collars, blue and white. They do perform in the small division of the Hoosier Conference. Small division of the Hoosier Conference finished up like this, 2025. Tipton Blue Devils, they got the win, first place, 3-0. Finished the season. They're currently 6-4. And I will also mention at second place, Rensselaer Central Bombers. They finished the small division of the Hoosier Conference at 2-1. They are currently 8-2. They are in action tonight. And we'll also mention third position, Central Catholic Knights. They finished the conference at 1-2. They are currently 2 wins, 8 losses. And they are not in this tournament thus far this season. We'll mention the Benton Central Bison. Benton Central Bison, they finished fourth in the conference. And Benton Central Bison fell to Frankton last week. We'll cover that in just a moment or two. We'll mention 14:07 left on the pregame clock. Both teams still in their locker rooms. The officials are on hand. There are 5 of them. So they'll go with an umpire with a white hat. They'll go with 4 officials on the field. And we'll talk a little bit about what took place last Friday. Final scores, Hoosier Conference. Last Friday in the Hoosier Conference, the Wabash Apaches were at Tipton High School. Tipton got the win, 48-13. And they're going to stand at attention for the national anthem. And we'll do just the same. We'll set this down. Well done. National anthem was Memorex, Put Your Mind at the Gaither group, trio. And we'll go ahead and finish this, the Hoosier Conference. Last week, Huntington North was at Logansport. Logansport got the win, 15-12. And we'll mention Mechaniquah. They were at Twin Lakes. Twin Lakes got the win over Mechaniquah. West Lafayette was at Western. Western Panthers got the win, 20-14. And Frankton Eagles, they were at Benton Central. It was a good ball game. Frankton, 59. Benton Central, 32. Guerin Catholic was at Hamilton Heights. Guerin Catholic got the win, 36-21. And at 8 o'clock start, Rensselaer Central was at Boone Grove. It was a decisive win for Rensselaer Central. And a 7 o'clock start last week, Catholic. Central Catholic was at Seeger, the Patriots. Patriots, Seeger got the win 28-27. So that's what happened last week. We'll talk about what's happening tonight. Game night tonight, Class 2A, 3A, 4A. That's in the Hoosier Conference. All three classes represented. We'll mention 7 o'clock start tonight. At 7 and 3, Class 4A, Sectional 20. The Logansport Berries are at 6 and 4, Muncie Central Bearcats. 7 o'clock start, 3 and 7, Class 3A, Sectional 27. Peru Tigers are at 8 and 2, Twin Lakes Indians. At 7 o'clock start, 7 and 3 on the season, Class 3A, Sectional 27. Western Panthers are at the Frankton Eagles. Frankton Eagles currently 2 and 8. And we'll mention Rensselaer Central Bombers. 7:30 start tonight, 8 and 2 on the season, Class 2A, Sectional 33. They are at 6 and 4, the Bremen Lions. Bremen Lions back in the day played against Larry Bud Wright. I believe that was his first sectional, I should say state title win for Bud Wright. And 7 o'clock start tonight, 6 and 4. Tipton Blue Devils are here with the Eastern Comet. They're 9 and 1. This is Class 2A, Sectional 36. And represented tonight, second round of the sectional. And clock still rolling down. 9:22 left on the game clock. And football here at Cogdale Field. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. That's 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards, posters, and oversized printing, also available. And also, if you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone by dialing 317-773-8783. Again, 317-773-8783, or by Gmail, discountcopies96@gmail.com. Discount Copies in Noblesville. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies, you can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in, if only to browse around. They're located at 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. Trophies, awards, plaques, and more. Fast turnaround. Prices are low. Prices are so low you may want to be a repeat customer. That's Noblesville Trophy, 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana, 46060. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by phone at 317-773-7391. Again, that number is 317-773-7391 or online, noblesvilletrophies.com. So 7:10 clock moving down. I tell you what, the Blue Devils travel well. The Eastern Comets didn't have far to go. They travel well. And I'm looking for a good game here tonight. And we'll try to mention starting lineups for the offensive line. We'll try to be accurate. First, we'll mention for the visiting team, the Tipton Blue Devils. Tipton Blue Devils doing the center position, 6'3", 210, a senior, Grayson Withrow. At a right guard position, 6'1", 190, Joe Vaughtaw. He wears number 59. At a right tackle position, 6'1", 240, Nathan Hawkins. He wears number 54. Right tight end, he'll also line up as a split end, 6'2", 208. That's Jaron Aller. Playing the left guard position, 5'10", 230. That's Andrew Hawkins. Playing the left tackle position, that's Jack Roach, 6'4", 270. And we'll mention the offensive line for the Eastern Comets. We'll try to be accurate here. 5'10", 210, Joe Height, who wears number 70. At a right guard position, 5'11", 210, Eric Krogsty. He wears number 68. At the right tackle position, 6'3", 210, Jackson Sabo. At the left guard position, 5'11", 215, Jackson Hilsinger. He wears number 50. And at the left tackle position, 6'205", Jaden Adams. He wears number 65. So the Blue Devils and the Eastern Comets. Comets have already come out of their locker room. They're lining up on the opposite sideline. 5:20 left here before the ball game. And there's Noah Humrickhouse walking across the field. Noah Humrickhouse, he's a cameraman. He does the video. He's got a nice-looking camera set up there. You'd think it was a camera, but it's shooting video. He does that on Facebook. He puts that online. He puts that on very nicely done. He's a freshman in college, and he does it professionally. And he tells me he'd like to continue his aspirations and continue working in the film industry. So the Blue Devils still in their locker room, getting a chalk talk, quite sure, getting some hydration. I did see across town, there's a hydration shop right there. And said what, Greentown, Indiana. Nice atmosphere right here. The moon is overhead. It's showing about half the moon tonight. As mentioned, it is Halloween night here on the 31st, 2025, October. So nice weather today. Got up to 57 degrees. About 4:15, it was still 56 degrees, according to my dash. But the clock moving down. Both these teams pretty much chomping at the bit for this game. They both won first round, as you know. And they played here a year ago. I'll double check there, yeah. A year ago, they were at Tipton, 21-20. That was the Eastern Comets victory. And then the year before, they had two games in a row, 2023 and 22. They were both at Eastern. Tipton got the win on the 2022. That was the 21-20 game, same score as last year's win by the Eastern Comets. And the Blue Devils got the win 28-27, as mentioned. That was at Tipton in 2011. So these two teams have played 4 times since 2005. And they're going to go at it tonight. Here come the Blue Devils. Blue Devils are going to jog behind the end zone there. They're going to jog in together as a unit. So they're going to stop there in the back corner of the end zone. Probably have a couple of words or more. And they're playing the theme right now. They're playing the theme for the Halloween. Tell you what, Jamie Curtis was in that, and tell you what, that was pretty incredible show. Kind of scary if you're seeing it for the first time as a youngster. And then they had another Halloween, made a sequel. And I'm not sure if they had a third Halloween movie or not. But Amityville Horror, that comes to mind. That was another good one. Here on Friday nights, and the sun is on the way down. Tomorrow night, you're going to have to change your dial right there on your clock. You're going to have to change that dial. You're going to set it backwards an hour. It's going to get darker sooner. So here come Blue Devils jogging up their sideline. This field is painted nicely. It's elegant. It's got some good white stripes. No logos. Don't necessarily need logos. Going to play tonight. And so both teams getting ready to walk out. You're going to see the captains here momentarily and go out for the coin toss. I'm not sure if it already happened, but they will at least simulate it on the middle of the field. The umpire is out there now. He's going to call for some captains. Clock rolling down, 54 seconds. So both teams getting ready to play some football. They got guys on top of the press box. I'm sure they have coaches for both sides. Might have some Motorola type headphones and microphones going at it. And so they'll work from there. And they're going to line up right now as if they're going to meet one another. They're going to shake hands. It'll be the Eastern Comets shaking hands with the Tipton Blue Devils out on midfield. Out on the 50-yard line, the umpire is going to explain what is going to happen tonight. He's going to talk about the coin, talk about what could happen. So we'll watch him for a moment as the clock empties out. They got a whistle on their clock also. A lot of fields going with the whistle. And the Eastern Comets will defer. The Blue Devils called the toss incorrectly. Eastern Comets got to elect, and they will defer. The Blue Devils will will receive. And the Blue Devils going to have the ball first. So Blue Devils and the Eastern Comets. Blue Devils on their roster, they show 40. And I think the roster for the Eastern Comets just a little more than 40. I think I had listed 34, but I'm 33. There's quite a few boys out there. So they're going to play football tonight, 11 on 11. Some schools, different states, they play 9-man football. Some schools play 8-man football. I know it's up there in South Dakota. They play 8-man football in South Dakota. It's up there by the Corn Palace. So the Blue Devils huddled up near the sideline between the 30 and the 20. On the receiving end, they'll take their places now on the field of play. And the Eastern Comets are going to kick off from their own 40-yard line. They'll kick from the left hash mark. One of the officials hands him the football, and he'll tee it up right there. And it's going to be number 25 on the kickoff. That's Owen Toll. Owen Toll. Don't know if he's related or not. He's 5'9", 165. He's a senior. There's the kick. High elevation. It's going to be taken at the 15-yard line by Isaiah Mahaney. Mahaney going to go up the left hash mark. Mahaney's open. He's going to go up the sideline. Blue Devils are looking to take it in the end zone. He'll go to the 10, the 5. He'll go to the goal line. Isaiah Mahaney returns it for an 85-yard touchdown run. So 14 seconds off the clock. The Blue Devils will line up for the point after touchdown. It's going to be number 4, Brogan Ferg. Brogan Ferg and try the point after. Short snapper, Grayson Withrow. Doing the holding is Toll. That's Quinn Toll, the holder. So Brogan Ferg lines up. One untimed down. You'll call for the snap. There's a snap, there's a hold, there's a kick, and it's through the upright. Point after touchdown is good. Blue Devils go ahead early here in the first quarter. It's a 7-0 contest. So the Blue Devils will kick off. First quarter here at Cogdale Field. The officials huddled up near where the point after touchdown kick was taking place. So just a little bit of a powwow, talking things over. A lot of conversation, a lot of communication in this ball game. So they'll take the football, they'll hand it to the Blue Devils. And the Blue Devils kicker going to be number 54. Nathan Hawkins. So I'll take that back. It's going to be Broganberg. Broganberg, he did the place kicking, got the conversion. He'll kick off for the Blue Devils from the right hash. So he'll set the tee right there. He's trying to get a vertical football on the tee. Mission accomplished. So ball spotted there at the right hash mark. He'll line up soccer style. Here comes the approach. There's the kick. Low elevation, squib kick. It'll squib at the 35. It'll be picked up. He'll pick up the loose ball. It's going to belong to the Eastern Comets. Comets fall on it. They'll have it at their own 30-yard line. They'll line up 1st and 10. They'll have the football from the right hash mark. They'll put their own football in the game. Opportunity to use your own football, provided it meets the standards. So the Comets break huddle. They're to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up slot left. They'll line up in a slot right side. They have a spread offense. Shotgun quarterback for the Comets. He'll line up. He's number 1. That's Gibson Eagle. They'll hand off up the middle. There'll be a gain of about 1. Called a gain of 2. And that was the quarterback, Gibson Eagle, on the carry. Gibson Eagle we'll mention on the season. Gibson Eagle has 4 touchdowns on the ground. He's got 47 carries. Entering this game, 368 on the ground. With 10 games, that's 36.8 yards per game on the carry. So they'll line up again in a shotgun. Slot left, slot right. Ball's middle of the field. Shotgun. He'll drop the pass. He'll roll left. He'll look to get rid of it. He'll find the receiver. Caught. 20. Caught it at the 45. You'll get out to the 48. It's going to be a first down. Credit that catch. 27, Cody Tarr. Cody Tarr, he spells his name differently. It's Tarrh. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 150. He'll pick up necessary yardage. Pass from Gibson Eagle. So they break huddle. To the line of scrimmage again, a spread offense. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. Single man in the backfield. Slot left, slot right. Motion away. And motion man is Bentley Hellinger. Pass play, they go in the flat to Hellinger. He'll make the catch. He'll make the catch. Blue Devils right there on defense to make the stop at the 50-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 2. Then they call it a gain of 3. Yes, they are called it a gain 2. It's 2nd down 8. So they'll spot the ball right there on the 50-yard line, located at the left hash mark. Take that back to the right hash mark, closest to the Eastern Comet sideline. The Comet's going to line up. They're going to line up 3. Trips to the left, have a double slide, split in, wide right. Eagle gets a snap. He'll hand off. They'll go up the middle. Blue Devils going to give up a gain of about a couple. They'll stop him. Ball now placed into Blue Devil territory. Ball's resting at the 48-yard line. It's nose up to the 48. Going to bring up in 3rd down 6 on the scoreboard. Clock moving, 10:03 left here in the first quarter. Blue Devils in front, 7-0. Isaiah Mahaney, opening touchdown from the kickoff. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. Eagle going to get some instruction from the sideline. They'll line up in a slot left, slot right. Dropping the throw out of the shotgun. Pass play, right side, tipped away. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Tipped by Zane Durham. Knocked it down. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Eagles. From the Eastern Comet. So ball resting, 48-yard line, Tipton territory. Blue Devils going to line up in punt formation. In punt formation for the Eagles, for the Eastern Comets, I should mention. You're going to stand back about 12 yards, about 13 yards on the reset. On the snap. Snap's good. Punt's good. High elevation down the middle of the field. Blue Devil's going to get away from it. It's going to get a good positive roll. It's going to get to the goal line. It had a fast bounce. Got to the goal line. Eastern Comet gunner was right there. Couldn't stop it. So the ball's going to come out to the 20-yard line. Blue Devils going to have it. 1st and 10. 9:35 left here in the first quarter. Blue Devils going to line up in a huddle. 25-second clock. Clock begins. Clock, this should say this, 25-second clock. Game clock stationary at 9:35 after the change of possession. Blue Devils going to line up, trips to the right. Split out wide left. Dakota Garment. Single man in the backfield. Chase Hussey. He'll get the handoff from Toll. He'll go up the middle. Chase Hussey's going to spin move at the 30-yard line and spin off. He'll take it beyond the 35 to the 36-yard line. Hussey's going to pick up necessary yardage. Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Clock moving. 9:20. First quarter. Blue Devils second possession. Blue Devils in the huddle. 17 seconds on the play clock. 1st and 10. They're going to line up. 2 receivers right in the slot. Right side is Mahaney. They'll go slot left. Single man in the backfield. Mahaney. Deep motion. Right to left. They'll hand off up the middle. They give it to Zane Durham. He got stopped there at the original line of scrimmage right there, and he'll move laterally. He'll never be tackled, but they'll get him in a forward progress. Right there at the line of scrimmage, his initial hit was going to be taken right there at the 38-yard line. Take that back, 33-yard line. So it's going to be a loss on the play. Loss of 3. They're calling it on the board. 2nd down, 13, according to the scoreboard. So the Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. They'll line up with 3 receivers right side. Split wide left. They go motion across the way. Again, it's Mahaney. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Pass in the flat left side. Dakota Garment with the catch. He'll spin off the would-be tackler. He'll finally be tackled there at the 42-yard line of Blue Devil territory. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. They're calling it 4 on the board. 3rd and 4 for the Blue Devils. Ball spotted 42-yard line. Toll going to enter the huddle. Gets a play from the sideline. 7:44, clock moving. First quarter, we're at Eastern Comet High School. Greentown, Indiana, going to line up 3 receivers, right side for the Blue Devils, split out wide left. Single man in the backfield is Zane Durham. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. He'll take the snap. He'll dive it forward. He'll try a jive play from the shotgun. It was a close to a quarterback draw. Not a lot of time spent on the drop back. They couldn't get the necessary yardage. It's going to be a loss of 1. They're calling it 4th and 5 on the scoreboard. Blue Devils going to line up in punt formation. Nathan Hawkins going to line up to punt. Back is Quinn Toll, single back. Blocking for Nathan Hawkins in the backfield. So we'll call for the snap. Snap's good. Boots out there, low elevation. Is going to bounce hard. Going to go on down, and Eastern Comet's going to let it bounce. Going to let it come to a complete stop right there at the 23-yard line. And down on the football right there is Dakota Garman, one of the gunners for the Blue Devils. So the Blue Devils going to line up defensively. The Eastern Comets going to have their second possession in the ball game. Going to spot the ball 23-yard line from the left hash. 6:41 on the game clock. Change of possession. Clock will start on the snap. So the Eastern Comets break huddle with a hand clap in unison. They're going to line up in a slot left. Split right. Single man in the backfield. Gibson Eagle takes a snap out of shotgun. Hands off right side. And ball carrier right there for the Eagles is number 34, Isaiah Pickett. He's a senior. 5'9", 200 pounds. Gibson Eagle also 5'9". Both guys, members, I should say. Eagle is a junior class member. And Isaiah Pickett is a senior. So they're going to line up slot left, slot right, single man in the backfield. Gibson Eagle looking for some more instructions. They get back in the shotgun formation. Single man in the backfield is Isaiah Pickett. Dropping the throw. Pass play, caught. Little quick 5-yard out. It'll take the ball beyond the sticks. It's going to be a first down. And that catch was made by number 3, Bentley Hollinger. Hollinger leads the team in receptions. And Hollinger on the season, 14 touchdowns through the air, caught. 5:47, clock moving. Ball spotted, left hash mark. They're going to line up the slot right. Slot left, short side of the field. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. Single in the backfield, Isaiah Pickett. Shotgun quarterback takes a snap. Quick pass in the right flat, caught. Defensively, right there is Quinn Toll. Going to shed off a would-be tackler. He's going to work it out of bounds. He'll be knocked out of bounds by the Blue Devils at the 48-yard line. And it's going to be a first down on the pass and run for the Eastern Comets. Ball resting 48-yard line. Nose up to the 48 from the right hash mark for the Eastern Comets. Went out of bounds. Clock stopped at 5:21. Slot left. Slot right. Single man in the backfield. Isaiah Pickett, shotgun quarterback. Gibson Eagle, he looks to the sideline. Get some extra information. Shotgun snap. He'll take it. He'll hand off. Up the middle. Number 34, Isaiah Pickett. Ball might have come loose. The ball does come loose. He was still standing, and they're going to say forward progress probably might be the call before the strip took place. So they'll call him forward progress. And that ball is going to be spotted at the Blue Devil 47-yard line. Second down 5 for the Comets. Clock still moving. 4:48 left here in the second quarter. Blue Devils in front, 7-0. Going to line up, trips to the left, split out wide right, single man in the backfield, Isaiah Pickett. He'll move right to left side of Gibson Eagle, shotgun quarterback. Gibson Eagle going to take the ball himself. He'll dive it left side, about the 3-hole. Didn't have a lot of blocking there. I should say Pickett did not block. He relied on the line. And as he's going to get a positive gain, it's going to bring up a third down and a long 1 or 2. So the ball's placed right there between the goalposts. Horizontally, I should say vertically on the field. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line in Blue Devil territory. Third down 1. They got slot left. They got a single receiver right side. Snap goes to Eagle. He'll get the first down. He'll dive it right side. He'll get 4-hole right side of the field. And then it's going to be a first down for the Eastern Comets. So the ball's marked just inside the 40-yard line. 39-yard line. Back in the ball game for the Blue Devils is Grayson Withrow. First and 10, clock moving, 3:35 left here in the first quarter. Ball's at the 39-yard line, Tipton territory. To the line of scrimmage, Eastern Comets, slot left, split right. They got 2 backs in the backfield along with shotgun quarterback. He'll drop the throw, Gibson Eagle. Going to roll right, looking to get rid of it. He'll run it himself. He'll get it back to the line of scrimmage. So coverage right there was good for the Blue Devils. And Gibson Eagle tried to just cut his losses, and he didn't lose. He got back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to bring up. Second down, 10 for the Eastern Comets. Ball respotted, 39-yard line. Comets to the line of scrimmage. You'll line up in a slot left, slot right. Ball's just inside the right hash mark. Gibson Eagle, quarterback, shotgun quarterback, single man in the backfield. He'll block, pass play, left side, caught. Defense was right there on him. That was Dakota Garman. And the catch was made by number 27. Credit that catch. Again, Cody Tarr, 5'10", 150, a sophomore. So ball spotted, 34-yard line. About 10 yards inside the left hash mark. It's going to bring up a third down 5 for the Eastern Comets. Comets going to line up in a slot left, split right. They got a blocking back behind the right tackle. Single man in the backfield. Dropping the throw, a shotgun. Gibson Eagle. Pass play caught. Pass play caught. It's going to be a first down. And the catch is made on the far sideline. And again, that catch right there was Owen Toll, who was number 25, senior athlete. 5'9", 165 makes the catch. It's first down, Eastern Comets. First down 10. Ball resting at the Blue Devil 26-yard line. Comets going to line up in a slot left. Slot right, single man in the backfield. He'll switch to straight behind Gibson Eagle. That's Isaiah Pickett. He'll take the snap. The handoff, Pickett going to go up the middle. He'll go right side of the guard. He'll pick up positive yardage. Going to be a gain on the play. He'll take the ball inside the 20-yard line to the 19. They're calling it 2nd and 4 on the scoreboard. Clock is moving. 1:05 left here in the first quarter. Blue Devils in front, 7-0. Opening kickoff, Mahaney. Going to line up in a shotgun. Gibson Eagle, slot left, slot right. Looking to throw. Left side, lets it go. Across the middle, nearly intercepted. Right there inside the goal line. That was Dakota Garment. Would have been his 5th interception on the season. The Karam back of the end zone. Isaiah Mahaney was right there, but uncatchable. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd down, they're calling it 3. 3rd down, 4 on the board. And they're going to line up shotgun formation again. Gibson Eagle. Split out wide left. One receiver left. Slot right. Short side of field. Gibson Eagle in the shotgun. Going to hand off. Going to give it to Pickett. Isaiah Pickett, the ball carrier. The Blue Devils going to hold him up a little bit. Let's see if they got the necessary yardage. They did. They just did get enough. So they'll move the chains. 42.3 left. Here in the quarter, they're going to roll the clock inside 38 seconds. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line, Tipton territory. They're going to line up slot left, slot right. Single man in the backfield, Isaiah Pickett. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. They'll go near motion. They'll go deep motion. They're going to pitch it. Deep motion, will cut it back up. Go up the middle. It's going to be a touchdown. Deep motion by the Eastern Comets. The Eagle pitches it back. And it's going to be a 6-point touchdown. And the Eastern Comets going to try the point after. So a 7-6 contest, 14-4 left here in the first quarter. Eastern Comets going to try the point after touchdown. So they'll line up soccer style. Again, it's Owen Toll, place kicker. Where's number 25? Looking for the snap. There's a snap. There's the hold. There's the kick. And it's a tie ball game with 14.4 left. 7-7. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Hope Jewelers. Hope Jewelers' precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton, next to the Diana Theater. They're at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-9720. That's Hope Jewelers. They're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturday, 9:30 to 2. That's Hope Jewelers in Tipton. So the Blue Devils are going to receive once again. And I've set to kick off again is number 25, Owen Toll. So they'll line up again from that left hash mark. Soccer style. About 6 yards deep. 14.4 left. Took 14.6 on the opening kickoff for Isaiah Mahaney. Squib kick. They're going to keep it away from Mahaney. And it's going to be picked up there, loose ball by Zach Ridgway. He'll take a knee. And it's going to be a shorter kick. But they're going to keep the ball away from Isaiah Mahaney. Probably for the remainder of this ball game. And should they kick again, actually? We'll see. So the ball's just inside. marked inside the 25-yard line at the 24-yard line, just inside the right hash mark. 12.3 left here in the first quarter. Split right, trips to the left. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. He'll take the handoff. That's Hussey. He'll go left to right. He'll pick up about 5 yards on the carry. Chase Hussey, and that's probably going to complete it will. That will be the final play of the first quarter. And we'll mention at the end of one quarter of play, Tipton Blue Devils, 7. Eastern Comets, 7. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Camino and Company. Camino and Company, they're in downtown Noblesville, Indiana. Camino and Company is a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and the CNC founders. Their mascot is the 1984 El Camino. That El Camino belongs to V.E. Witham, and that is an El Camino SS. The goal at Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concept to the Camino and Company completion. You can explore their website. You can find their website at camino-and-company.com. Camino and Company, they are now booking 2026 brides. And you can contact them via the website, camino-and-company.com. So the Blue Devils, the Eastern Comets, and line back up. They inverted the field. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line from the right hash. Blue Devils going away from the scoreboard. Second down 3. Ball at the 31. Blue Devils going to line up. Split wide left is Isaiah Mahaney. They'll go with 2 receivers right side. They'll go double side in. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey going to get the handoff in the backfield. He'll dive it forward. He'll pick up about 6, maybe 7 yards on the carry. He's going to move the chains. Blue Devils pick up a first down. So they spot the ball back at the 36-yard line. First and 10, Blue Devils. Ball's near the middle of the field between the goalposts. Right there close to the X for the kickoff. So they break huddle in unison. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Going to line up with 3 receivers. Left side, there's a tight end. Right side, the tight end left is Ridgeway. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. He'll hand off. Single man in the backfield. That's Zane Durham. Zane Durham going to move the pile. Zane Durham was slowed up. At about the 40, he'll take it out beyond the 40 to the 46. And the Blue Devils will pick up another first down. So they roll the clock in a hurry. Varsity game, they'll roll the clock prior to the chain men getting the chain set. So first and 10, clock moving, 11:03. We're in the second quarter. Tie ball game at 7. Blue Devils going to line up. 3 receivers right side, tight end right. Jaron Aller. Zach Ridgeway, left side. Take him in the backfield. Zane Durham, he'll fake the handoff. That's Quinn Toll. He'll lift it up, and defense was good there. They had Ridgeway at 6'6", 200 pounds. And a nice defense converging by the Eastern Comets. Knocks the ball down. It was right on time, right on the target for Quinn Toll. So they can bring up a second down 10. Second and 10, ball resting at the 46-yard line, Blue Devil territory. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. They're in the lineup. 1 receiver right side, Dakota Garman. He split out wide right. They have trips left side. 2 receivers off the line of scrimmage. Ridgeway on the line of scrimmage. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. He'll hand off up the middle. Chase Hussey, the ball carrier. He dives forward, gets what he can. He'll get it out beyond the 45 to the 46. They'll actually respot it right there. It was no gain. So 10:25, clock moving, second quarter, 7-7 contest. Second round of the sectional, Class 2A, sectional 36. They're going to line up, slot left, slot right. Single man to backfield is Chase Hussey. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. They'll call the cadence. They'll go deep motion right to left with Dakota Garman. Looking to pass, left side, pass is caught. Zach Ridgway makes the catch. Tries to shake a would-be tackler. He does get a couple of extra yards after the catch. Ridgway with the reception. The Blue Devils are going to move the chains. First down, Blue Devils. Ball moves into Eastern Comet territory. Ball spotted at the left hash mark. Calling it the 39-yard line. It's nosed up to the Eastern Comet 39-yard line from the left hash mark. Split out wide right is Mahaney. Wide left is Dakota Garman, double tight end. Shotgun quarterback Quintoll. Handoff, going to give it to Chase Hussey. Hussey gets the handoff. You get a positive gain. You pick up 3 on the carry. Going to bring up a second down, 7. Clock moving inside 9:18 here in the second quarter. Blue Devils have the football at the Eastern Comet 36-yard line. Ball spotted just inside the right hash mark. Blue Devils are going to break huddle in unison. 14 seconds on the play clock. Game clock is at 9 minutes. Straight up. Clock moving. Shotgun quarterback Quintoll. Double tight end. Slot right. Dropping out of the shotgun. Quintoll looking down the field. He's going to roll left. Going to avoid a sack. He's going to get what he can. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. And then there's going to be no flag. But they're not happy. Blue Devils not happy with that hit. If the hit took place inside the field of play, it's pretty hard to call unless there's something malicious on the contact. So Quintoll goes out of bounds, stops the clock at 8:37. Third down, 6. Shotgun quarterback Quintoll. Split out wide right is Isaiah Mahaney. Split left is Dakota Garman. Blocking back, pass play. Low pass, be off the surface. Couldn't bring it in. He was looking for Dakota Garman. Garman was lined up right there at the sticks, looking for the first down. It's going to bring up a fourth down play for the Blue Devils. So they're going to spot the ball at the 35-yard line, Comet territory. They're calling it 4th and 6 on the scoreboard. Blue Devils offense is on the field. Ball resting at the left hash mark. Blue Devils going to send out receivers. They go 2 left. Jaron Aller wide left. They go deep motion. Have a slot there. Dakota Garman pass play. Caught again there by Zach Ridgway. And he'll get first down yardage. He'll get yards after the catch. 6'6", 200-pound Zach Ridgway. And the Blue Devils catch a first down there off the hand of Quintoll. So 1st and 10. Blue Devils converge on a 4th down, 6 play. So they'll line up again. Ball resting inside the right hash. Ball resting at the 23-yard line. Comet territory. Blue Devils going to line up, slot left. Tight end right is Ridgway. Shotgun quarterback Quintoll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Hussey gets the handoff. He'll go right to left. He'll go one hold. They're going to hold him up. Forward progress pretty much. He eventually went down. Got the forward progress. They'll spot him pretty much at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 2nd down 10. So they're going to re-spot it at the 23-yard line. So getting the play from the sideline. Didn't come clear over to the sideline. Working the vocational right there on the voice. So the Blue Devils break huddle. Clock moving, 7:22, second quarter. Split out wide left, Dakota Garman. Motion. Right to left is Isaiah Mahaney. Pass is just beyond the outstretched hands of Isaiah Mahaney, incomplete. So they'll re-spot it. 23-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down 10. 7:12, clock stopped with the incomplete pass. Ball's marked just inside the right hash mark. 7-7 contest. Second quarter, Blue Devils possession. Third down 10. Going to line up, slot left. We got Jaron Aller in the backfield, right behind the guard, right side. Shotgun quarterback, Quintal. Going to fake the handoff to Chase Husky. He'll dish it off into flat. Catch is made. He got a first down and more. That catch made by Jaron Aller. There's a flag on the play. Flag resting near the 25-yard line. It's going to be a holding call against the Blue Devils. So that will wipe out a good play, good pass play to Aller, and they'll back it up 10 yards from where the flag lay. They're going to re-spot it. They're going to back up. They're going to give them a favorable spot there. They're going to give about 3 yards bonus discount off this walk-off for the Blue Devils. 7:04 left. And the ball's marked back at the 33-yard line. So they went from the line of scrimmage. So no favors. Line of scrimmage is going to be third down. They're calling it 20 on the scoreboard. Got three receivers, right side, slot left. Empty backfield. Quintal will drop the throw out of the shotgun. He'll look left. He'll throw it tall. It's going to be intercepted. Tipped off the hands of Dakota Garman. Flag comes in during the run back. That was a third down 20 play. A flag on the play is probably, we'll see, if it's going to be during the run back after the interception. So the ball is presently spotted right there at the 31-yard line. Take that back to 26. They have it at the 26. And so the penalty is going to be called against the Comets during the return. And they're going to walk it off against the Eastern Comets, so they'll start their possession right there at the 16-yard line. The Comets will put the ball in play. So change of possession. Clock stopped at 6:54. Second quarter. 7-7 contest. Eastern Comets to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up in a slot left. Split wide right. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. He'll hand off. Single man in the backfield. The Blue Devils are right there to bottle him up as he went right side. Tried to break contain. Didn't quite get contain broken. Ball carrier was Isaiah Pickett. Isaiah Pickett is senior. It's going to be a gain of 2. Second down, 8. So they spot the ball at the 18-yard line. Ball spotted at the 18. They huddle in unison. Going to line up, slot left. Split right. Split right side. Working right there. That's number 10, Caleb Hurts. Shotgun quarterback. Blue Devils in pursuit. Gibson Eagle, the ball carrier. They'll spin move. He'll get beyond the 25, near the 26-yard line. And they say the ball was loose there. There's going to be a flag, late flag on the play. And sometimes you say boys will be boys, but these are young men. So Jack Roach jogging off the field. He's letting everybody know, coming out of the sideline. He said, hey, that's against them. So they're saying unsportsmanlike conduct. It's against the Eastern Comets. 6:05 on the game clock. So they'll back it up. It will count. The run will count by Gibson Eagle. They'll back it up there. So see if he had the first down after his run, then they'll still have a first down. We'll see what the down and distance is going to be. So they back up 15 yards. They take it inside the 15, near the 14-yard line. So we'll double check here. And we'll look at the box. That's the guy holding the chain marker. He's not the chain. He's the guy keeping down the down on the play. And they say it's third down 8. Not quite sure. They're saying the board is third down 8. Going to line up. Trips to the right. The official's going to get together again. They're going to talk this over. they're going to wonder, did he have a first down? Maybe. I don't think he did. Gibson Eagle, I don't think he had first down yardage on the run. But the umpire and I think one of the line judges talking this over might be the linebacker umpire, the referee, I should say. So the umpire is going to jog over, talk to the chain keeper. Maybe he's going to talk over. He's going to come over and communicate with Coach Aaron Toll. So they're talking it over. What first down? So that's what they're saying. He did get a first down by carry, and then the unsportsmanlike penalty. So that just drops him back 15 yards after they picked up the first down. So it's 1st and 10, 15 yards further backwards. So they'll line up. Trips right side, split out wide left. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. He'll hand off. Isaiah Pickett will dive it forward. Get a couple of yards on the carry, but that's all. So it's going to bring up a second down. They're going to give them a gain of 2. It's second down, 8. They're calling it 10 on the board. It's second down and 8, according to the sticks. So the ball's just beyond the 20-yard line, at the 20.5-yard line. 5:37 left. Second quarter, 7-7 contest. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. He'll pass left side. It's caught. Blue Devils right there. Ball came loose. Ball came loose during the tackle, and the ball is going to – it was loose, and they're going to say the Blue Devils recovered it inside the field. They'll double check here. They're going to say the ball was evidently down by contact either. The ball was fumbled, but it's either down by contact or the ball skimmed out of bounds on the spin tackle. So they'll go straight to the line of scrimmage. Third down, 23. And they're going to call timeout. I think Coach Josh Eagle, I should say Coach is going to call timeout. And so they'll call timeout right there. And Josh Edwards calls the timeout. And they got a pit fire going on over there. They're burning probably some hot dogs and some hamburgers. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Edward Jones, Tipton. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement of our young athletes, what they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Kurt D. Hare, your Tipton Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Tipton High School Blue Devils football and the PutMeInSports.com. For all of your investment needs, call 765-675-9535 or visit edwardjones.com. So to the line of scrimmage. Play clock begins. Going to snap it. Gibson Eagle. He'll hand off left side on the run. Going to go up the sideline. It's the Eastern Thomas sideline. He'll take the ball into Blue Devil territory. They'll take it inside the 50. They're going to call him out of bounds at the 48-yard line. 5:18 on the game clock. Ball spotted at the left hash mark. Thomas going to line up in a huddle. So Gibson Eagle going to call the play. 5:18. The run went out of bounds. And the Eastern Comets to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up, split wide right. You got 2 receivers left. They'll hand off in the backfield. Believed to be Isaiah Pickett. Where's number 34? Going to get a positive gain. They'll get a gain of about 1. It's going to bring up a second down and 9. Ball spotted at the Blue Devil 47-yard line. Clock moving, 4:55 left here in the second quarter. Tie ball game. Blue Devils scored in the first quarter on opening kickoff. And the Eastern Comets reciprocated in the second quarter with a run up the middle. So they're going to throw a flag Flag on the play. The umpire is going to whistle this penalty against the Eastern Comets. May have been early movement. Didn't see the signal. So they back it up to the other side of 50. It's now at the 48-yard line of the Eastern. Ball's marked there at the left hash mark. Clock stopped at 4:44. Play clock begins. So Eastern Comets, the break huddle in unison. They're to the line of scrimmage. Going to line up split wide right. They'll line up with two receivers left side. Slot receiver. Shotgun quarterback. Gibson Eagle will drop the throw out of shotgun. They'll roll right. Blue Devils are right there in pursuit. There can be a flag on the play. In the vicinity of a holding penalty, Gibson Eagle going to pick up 4 yards on the scramble. Not going to give him credit for 3 yards. They'll stop the play, and they'll talk this over. And the flag lay in the offensive backfield, thrown by the umpire. And it's going to be a holding penalty against the Comets. So they'll mark off 10 yards, 4:33 left here in the second quarter. They'll spot the ball inside the 40, near the 38-yard line. They're calling it second down, 24 on the scoreboard. So we're going to call time here. The umpire is going to hold up the game here. He's checking something out. They communicate with the microphone. They got an earpiece. They can communicate from long distance on the field to one another, the officials. So get ready for action here. 4:33 left, second quarter. You're going to line up split right. Slot left for the Comets. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. Isaiah Pickett in the backfield. He'll take the snap pass play. Left flat, going to be a double screen. Going to take it out. They're going to be knocked out of bounds. Prior to the 50-yard line, Blue Devils get the tackle. They push him out of bounds. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Eastern Territory. 4:23 on the game clock. Ball's spotted at the left hash mark. Comets going to line up in a slot right. In a slot left. Single man in the backfield is not Pickett. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. And the snap might have been a tad bit behind the lineman wanting to block. So they'll mark off 5 yards. It's going to be an illegal procedure in a college game, in a pro game. They say a false start. 4:21 left, clock moving. 41-yard line. Ball marked at the left hash mark. Comets going to line up again. Slot right, slot left. Single man in the backfield. Gibson Eagle calling the cadence. She'll take the snap. They're going to run a reverse. Reverse pass. Going to let one go down the left sideline. He's open, and it's going to be caught. He's going to go the distance. Trick pass, trickery right here. 59-yard pass play for a touchdown. And a well-drawn-up play by the Eastern Comets. So they'll try the point after. Point after touchdown. 3:55 left here in the second quarter. Lots of time on the clock. Eastern Comets have 2 timeouts to my knowledge, and the Blue Devils have all 3. They'll line up for the point after touchdown. 25, Owen Toll, the kicker. They'll spot it, the block, and the kick is good. It's a 14-7 contest. 3:55 left here in the second quarter. And we do thank you for listening. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant, they're located at 203. They're West Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana 46072. You can dine in or carry out. Their phone number, 765-675-6199. They have American comfort food. They have breakfast all day. and they've been doing that since 1964. They have good food, good friends, and good times, and they are back in the blue since the very beginning. It's Tipton, Jim Dandy. So the Blue Devils going to receive. 3:55 on the game clock. Again, we're going to see 25, Owen Toll. He'll do the kicking. He's a senior, 5'9", 165. He's listed as a running back and a linebacker. He'll do the kicking. So a little bit of a tight bunch there. The Gunners inside the numbers, well inside the hash mark. From the opposite side, right side, it's going to be a squib kick. That's why. Squib kick will be bounced off the Blue Devils. The ball's loose, and the Blue Devils do come up with the football. So the Blue Devils are going to have it. 1st and 10. And then that's a nice squib kick by Toll. And that is Owen Toll. So the Blue Devils going to have it. They have a shorter porch since they tried that squib kick. And the Blue Devils are going to begin this drive at their own 39-yard line. Ball's resting at the right hash mark. Blue Devils going to line up. Twins, they'll slot left, slot right. Single man in the backfield is Chase Hussey. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. He'll take the snap. He'll look to left side. Catch is made by Dakota Garman. Blocking out there is Jaron Aller. He's going to pick up good yardage at the 50, across the 50-yard line to the 47-yard line. It's going to be a good pass play, and Jaron Aller had the wherewithal not to block right there. A certain guy would have been blocking the back. Jaron Aller laid off, and Dakota Garman got positive yardage. So the Blue Devils have it at the Eastern Combat 47-yard line, 1st and 10. To the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up, split out wide right. They go slot left, short side of the field. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. He'll take the snap. He'll drop the throw. Looking across the middle. Going to go down the middle of the field. A little bit overthrown. Looking for Dakota Garman. Defense was there. Ball was just a bit overthrown. Better to be overthrown than underthrown. It's going to bring up a 2nd down 10. So they've respotted 47-yard line. Ball's listed right there, marked at the left hash mark. Going to line up, single man, short side of the field, Dakota Garman. They'll go trips right side. Up on the line of scrimmage is Zach Ridgway. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. He'll take the snap. Hand off, Chase Hussey. He'll go left to right. He'll go inside the 45, and he'll go down to the 40-yard line. Chase Hussey going to be close to 1st down yardage. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Be a 3rd and about 3. 2:52 on the game clock. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Ball's in the middle of the field between the goalposts. We're going to line up again. Slot left, slot right. Mahaney in the slot right side. Dakota Garman left side. They go deep motion with Mahaney. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll, he'll hand off. Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey inside the 35. He will have necessary yardage. And they'll spot him near the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Tipton. Clock still moving. 2:22 left here in the 2nd quarter. We're nearing halftime. It's a 14-7 contest. Eastern in front. They're going to line up the left hash. Blue Devils going to send out wide left, short side of the field, Dakota Garman. They've got trips to the right. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Turn move, you'll go right side. Passes a little bit tall. Trying to find Mahaney in the right flat. It's going to bring up a 2nd down 10. That was the 1st down play. So the Blue Devils they'll respot the ball at the left hash mark. They'll nose it up right there to the 31-yard line, Eastern Territory. Blue Devils break huddle. They'll go to the line of scrimmage. They'll go slot left. Slot right in the slot right side is Isaiah Mahaney. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. They'll take the snap. They give it to Hussey. Hussey goes left to right.
inside the 20. It's going to be a first down, Blue Devils. 19-yard line. So they roll the clock. 1:50 left here in the quarter. And they're going to call timeout. Timeout, defensive timeout for the Eastern Comets. And we also appreciate you listening. We'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. Looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are? Welcome to Encompass Credit Union, North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for lower rates on loans, higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs, they've got you covered. Join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares. With branches in Tipton, Frankfort, Kokomo, and they are here to serve the community. That's Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. Visit them at encompasscu.org or at any of their convenient locations. It's Encompass Credit Union. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun quarterback Quintoll. Double tight end. Split out wide right is Dakota Garman. Going to hand off. Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey going to work his way inside the 25, I should say the 15-yard line. They're going to spot him near the 12-yard line. At 1:33 on the game clock. And Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. 1:25 on the game clock. Play clock at 22. Shotgun quarterback. We got Zane Durham in the backfield. Dropping out of shotgun. Pass play. Left corner. Going to be interference. Going to be early contact defensively. The catch was almost made. Back in the left corner, back corner of the end zone. Dakota Garman was the intended receiver. So that's just, it's not going to be a spot foul. It'll be half the distance to the goal line. And spot the ball at the 13 according to the scoreboard. It'll be at the 6.5 according to the scoreboard. So that will net a first down. It's going to be first and goal for the Blue Devils. The Blue Devils going to line up, split left. Split left is Mahady. Split out wide right, Dakota Garman. Double tight end. Single man in the backfield, Zane Durham. Shotgun quarterback, Quintoll. Hand off, Durham. He'll go right to the left. He'll get inside the 5. He'll get deeper. He'll get near the 3. They're going to push the pile. And they come back to push. And it benefits the Blue Devils. Blue Devils score a touchdown. So Zane Durham goes in for the score. Push, and Zane Durham picks up touchdown number 7 on the ground this season. So, 1:04 left. Brogenferg out there. The holder is Quintoll. Calling for the snap. Snap slow. To put the hold down, and it will still go through the end in between the uprights, low elevation. Somehow Quintoll got the ball on the block, and Brogenferg put it through the uprights. It's a tie ball game at 14. So 1:04 left here in the second quarter. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. Indiana Express Rentals, when you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high-quality choice isn't far away. You can call Dirk at Indiana Express Rentals at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana, 1708 South 8th Street. They are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Dirk. He will help you find the perfect choice for that rental truck experience. They have up to 26-foot box trucks available, and a truck with a Tommy lift might sure come in handy. That's Indiana Express Rentals in Noblesville. So the Blue Devils are going to kick off.
going to be Nathan Hawkins. So double check here. Double check, see if it's 54 or 4. I believe it's 4. So he'll spot it there at the right hash. It is going to be Brogan Ferg, the soccer player for the most part. He's a goalie. Here comes the approach. Here comes the boot. High elevation. Inside the 20, taking it to 15. On the return, Brogan Ferg almost got the tackle, but he can go the distance. It'll be a second return for a touchdown in the ball game. This one's going to happen by the Eastern Comets. Credit that return. That's number 10, Caleb Hurt. Caleb Hurt with the return. About an 85-yard return for a score. So 51.1 left here in the quarter. They'll go for the point after. The 2014 contest. Comets in front. Comets will try the point after. It's going to line up. Again, the kicker, 25, Owen Toll. Holder, Cody Starr. And the point after touchdown kick is good. So back-to-back touchdowns. One for the Blue Devils in short time. And now one for the Eastern Comets. 21-14. 51.1 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. When you think of water, think of Rutledge Well Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You can call Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated and dial them up at 765-292-2315 or visit them on their website, rutledgewelldrilling.com. They're in Atlanta. They're west of Atlanta, 296th Street. Licensed, insured, honest, dependable, and always professional. Mike, Nathan, and Levi Rutledge. And Mike is still the main drip. It's Rutledge Well Drilling. So the Comets are going to kick off. They're going to try the tight bunch again. So maybe a squib kick again off the foot of Owen Toll, number 25. As mentioned, Toll is a senior. Here comes the approach. He's going to run it down the middle. Low elevation, picked up by Isaiah Mahaney. He'll bring it back. He'll try to break loose. He'll try to break contain left side. Mahaney's going to get tackled outside the 30, near the 33-yard line, maybe the 32. And the Blue Devils will start there. This possession, they have 43.3 seconds left here in the second quarter. So they'll line up. Joe Klauser enters the huddle, senior athlete for the Blue Devils. So ball spotted, 32-yard line. To the line of scrimmage, they'll go slot right, split left. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll, he'll drop to throw. Pass play. Rice flat off the fingertips, off the gloves. Couldn't make the catch. That was Dakota Garman. That was a rare occurrence. 38.5. They'll respot it. 32-yard line, second down 10 for the Blue Devils. So ball marked just inside the right hash mark. 16 seconds on the play clock. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Game clock is stationary at 38.5 after the incompletion. Slot right, split left is Joe Klauser. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll, hand off. Chase Hussey. Hussey spin move right there at the 35. He'll move forward, pick up a couple of extra yards on that spin. Ball spotted out to the 37-yard line. Just inside the left hash mark. Clock moving, 22 seconds. Blue Devils going to play conservative here. Here's the tail end of the second quarter. 21-14 contest. Blue Devils going to be content to go to the locker room. So 4 seconds, and they're going to call a timeout with 1.7. They might run a play that is, they might run a trick. We'll see. 1.7 left. Blue Devils call timeout. They get the clock moved down. We'll see what happens. So we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Century 21 Real Estate. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. Enthusiasm, experience, and knowledge. That's Lisa Stokes Bear, real estate agent, real estate broker. Lisa listens. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21 Sheets Company, serving Hamilton, Tipton, and Madison counties since 1997. She specializes in residential and corporate relocations. You can contact Lisa by phone or by text message at 317-513-4086. Again, her number is 317-513-4086. That's Lisa Stokes Bear, a passion to prove her professionalism and let Lisa surpass your expectations. So they're going to move the ball right there. They have it at the 37-yard line. Blue Devils. They'll line up slot left, slot right, single man in the backfield. Durham, you'll line up as an H-back right side. Then we're going to go with an empty backfield, and the Eastern Comets wanted to see their alignment, and they'll line up accordingly. We'll see if the Blue Devils call the same play. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Lucky Strike Lanes. Lucky Strike Lanes, that's Elwood, Indiana. If you like creating memories, that's the place to be. Family-friendly bowling. State-of-the-art Redemption Arcade. Great food and drinks at Sally's at the Alley. They have open lanes with Cosmic Bowling every Saturday night, 7 to 11 p.m. Lucky Strike Lanes, just west of the Pizza King on Anderson Street. That's in Elwood, Lucky Strike Lanes. So the Eastern Comets out on the field, couple of 3 whistles by the official. So they'll ask the guys to come out to the line of scrimmage. 1.7 left here in the second quarter, nearing halftime, 21-14. Comets in front. Blue Devils going to line up in the empty backfield. Quinn Toll, the quarterback, trips to the left. And the Blue Devils will counter with a timeout. So the Blue Devils are going to call a timeout of their own. And it is 3rd down 6. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line, Tipton territory. And we'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com. Since 1983, they have great cars, great prices, great customers. You can reach their dealership there in Fishers by dialing 317-842-2228. You can get a rare 2-point safety with their 2 Hamilton County locations. That's Fritz and Fishers, 8599 East 116th Street, Fishers, Indiana, 46038. Or Fritz in Noblesville. That's right there on State Road 32 between Noblesville and Westfield. 2400 Westfield Road. That's FritzandFishers.com. FRITZ. So play clock begins. Shotgun quarterback, empty backfield. Quinn Toll trips to the right. Slot left. Dropping the throw. Going to try the Jaron Aller. They tried the hook and ladder. They'll go out of bounds. They'll run the clock out. Jaron Aller caught the pass, and the ladder was Isaiah Mahaney. He's pushed out of bounds, and that'll take us to halftime. Halftime here. And we'll mention we are at halftime, and you're listening to the Tipton Blue Devils football made possible by the following support sponsors. And we at PutMeInSports.com thank you for listening and ask you as a listener to patronize the following companies as they are making tonight's education-based varsity high school football game available to be heard on internet radio. We'll mention bringing this contest to you. Tonight is Bubbles and Bark Spa. Bubbles and Bark Spa, they open on July 7th this year. If you love your dog, Bubbles and Bark Spa will love your dog too. Yes, Bubbles and Bark Spa, they're located at 3660 West 500 South, Sharpsville, Indiana, 46068. They have an email. You can reach them by email at bubblesinbarkspa@yahoo.com. That's Katie Waite, Bubbles and Bark Spa. She's a 10-year member, 4-H. Bubbles and Bart Spa. She's a graduate, a high school graduate, and she likes grooming, and she has done grooming ever since. She's currently at the age of 21, and she's an entrepreneur. She gives a full groom, and that includes a haircut, nails, paw pads, potty patch, and an ear clean. So we'll also bring you tonight's ball game is Ranger Roofing. Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Is your roof ready for game day? At Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, they know the best offense is a strong defense. Starting with your roof, from repairs to full replacements, siding to gutters, they've got your home covered, literally. That's Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. They are locally owned by Jordan Beck. His team plays hard, works harder, and doesn't stop until the job is done right. To contact Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, you can go to rangerroofingexteriors.com or call them by phone 317-361-7858. Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. And we'll also mention, we'll talk a little bit about the Class 2A rankings. This is the final poll, but we will mention here at halftime at Eastern Comet High School, Eastern Comets 21, Tipton Blue Devils 14. I think it's Pulaski. That's in Southern Territory. I think a lady by the name of a coach's wife wanted to say hello, and we say hello to her at the Gulf Coast. We'll mention Class 2A, Associated Poll. It's the final poll. We'll mention a little bit about these teams. Some of them advanced, all of them but one. At number one, still, is Adams Central. Tonight they are at Bluffton, 9-1. Adams Central currently 10-0. At number two, it's Brownstown Central. Brownstown Central, Volusia down there, Brownstown Central, playing basketball down Volusia in that area right there, Mr. Nicholson. And we'll also mention Brownstown Central, they're 10-0. And at number three, Lapel Bulldogs. Lapel Bulldogs, they are at 2A Winchester. And I will mention week 9, Lapel got the win over Eastern Hancock. Right there, first-year coach Tim Wallace working in year number 14 for Lapel. They are now 10-0 at Winchester. They're 8-1. That should be a good contest tonight. And we'll also mention at number four, it's Eastbrook Panthers. They're 10-0. They're in the Class 2A, Sectional 36. Panthers are on the road tonight. They are at Alexandria, also Class 2A, Sectional 36. Both these teams here tonight, Tipton and Eastern, looking for a team to play next week against one of those two teams. Panthers are currently, they're 10-0. As mentioned, Alexandria having a good season. They're 7-2. At number 5, Andrean had no game last week. They drew the bye. Tonight they are at Wheeler, the Wheeler Bearcats. Bearcats are 8-1 along with Andrean. And we'll also mention right there at number 6, Indianapolis Lutheran. Indianapolis Lutheran, they've had a powerhouse of a football team for at least the last decade. They are currently 9-1, and they are number 6, and they're still in tournament. At number 7, it's Triton Central. Triton Central, they're 9-1, 9-1 on the season, and Triton Central, 6 overtime game way back when. And at number 8, Rochester Zebras, they're currently 9-1. They got a win last week. Tonight they are at Elwood. Elwood got the win last week. Don't double check there, but Elwood Panthers, I should mention, they are 3-6 on the season. They got the bye. They're playing the Zebras tonight. At number 9, Bluffton Tigers. Bluffton Tigers have had good teams as of late. We'll mention they are 9-1 on the season. Tonight they are at Adams Central, 10-0. That game is at Bluffton. At number 10, it's Linton Stockton, the Miners. Miners are still in it. I take that back. Miners are currently 7-3. So yes, they are still in it. And we'll mention they must have got the bye a week ago. And at number 11, it's Wheeler. Wheeler tonight, they are at 2A Andrean. Wheeler 8-1, Andrean 8-1. That should be a good matchup. And I will mention at number 12, it's Alexandria Tigers. And as you know, they are at Eastbrook tonight. And Alexandria Tigers, I'll tell you what, last week, their overtime game in the Class 2A 36. Eastern Comet, they are were at Blackford last week. Tonight they have the Blue Devils, and we'll mention at number 14, East Side versus and Northeastern. Both teams are tied at number 14 in the final poll. East Side 8-2, Northeastern 9-1. So game clock rolling down, 8:17 on the game clock. And now we'll learn a little bit about the rest of football in IHSAA. All 6 classes, we've got the top 3 in each class written here, and they are at 1A. 1A, top 3. At number 1, it's Springs Valley. They are 10-0. They are at 1A Providence tonight. Providence 7-2. At number 2, it's Frontier Falcons. Frontier Falcons, they're 10-0. They are at 1A Pioneer. Pioneer 9-1, and you got to remember Jack Kaiser. Jack Kaiser for the Pioneer. I tell you what, Pioneer Panthers. He played quarterback for 4 years. He ran the ball a lot. He ran the dive play a lot. They got a state title, maybe a couple, I don't know. But then he went to Notre Dame. Went to Notre Dame, bulked up a little bit, played linebacker. That's kind of like what a James Duncan did after he went from Hamilton Heights to college football, went to linebacker. And Jack Kaiser, he played 5 years. Go figure, for the Notre Dame Irish. And at Class 2A, at number 1 is Adams Central. They're 10-0. They are at 2A Bluffton tonight. Bluffton, as you know, 9-1. At number 2, as you know, Brownstown Central, 10-0. Number 3 in Class 2A is Lapel Bulldogs. They're 10-0. And they are at 2A Eastern Hancock, 6-4 tonight. And then Class 3A at number 1, it's Evansville Memorial. Evansville Memorial, they drew the bye in round 1. They are 9-0. At number 2, it's Cascade. Cadets are 10-0. At number 3, it's Gibson Southern. Gibson Southern, they are 9-1 on the season. And back in Class 3A, when they were 3A, I think final game, I should say semi-state, I drove down there, watched them play. Watched them play Chittard. We'll mention in Class 4A. Class 4A at number 1, East Noble. East Noble is at Fort Wayne South tonight. East Noble is 10-0. At number 2, it's Mishawaka. Mishawaka and Marion, they're 9-1. They are home with 4A Plymouth tonight. At number 3, it's Chittard, Bishop Chittard. They are 8-2, and they are home with the Brebeuf Jesuit Braves tonight. Braves advancing. They are 3-7 on the season. At Class 5A, number 1 is New Palestine. And I tell you what, the coach has 2 first names. It's Ralph Craig. I take that back. But anyway, he's a great coach, wears a beard. New Palestine, 9-0. And they tonight are at Plainfield. And Plainfield, 7-2. At number 2, they are tied at number 2. The first one they have listed is Indianapolis Cathedral. They're 6-3. Cathedral, you check their school enrollment, you'll see wow. But they are 6-3, and they are at Anderson tonight. And at number 2, also in the final poll, it's Lafayette Jeff. They're 8-1, and they are at McCutcheon. McCutcheon is where coach for Twin Lakes Indians played his football. And at number 6A, Class 6A, did not play last Friday. At number 1, it's the Brownsburg Bulldogs. They're 9-0. Tonight, they are at Pike. At number 2, it's Crown Point. They're 9-0. And they are at Lake Central tonight. At number 3, it's the Carmel Greyhounds. Carmel Greyhounds, brand new coach, second stint. He's 8-1. And he's home. He's home with the Harrison Raiders tonight. And that's how the top 3 in each 6 categories list for the final poll. And some of the teams still playing, most of them still playing tonight. The Blue Devils worked their way out of the locker room. 3:41 on the game clock. Playing football tonight. And I will mention a little bit about Class 2A, Sectional 36. Sectional 36, we'll talk about how they started out last week. Last week, it was the Eastbrook Panthers. They were on the road at Alexandria. That was a 7 o'clock start. Eastbrook started the game at 9-0. Alexandria at 7-2. Eastbrook eked out the win in overtime over Alexandria, 37-36. And then also in the upper bracket, 7 o'clock start, Rochester and Elwood went at it. Rochester started the evening at 8-1. Elwood was 3-6. Rochester got a decisive win. So out of that top bracket tonight, playing tonight on October 31st, Halloween night, semifinal, it's Eastbrook and Rochester. And then last week, 7 o'clock start on the lower bracket, it was the Eastern Comets and the Blackford Bruins. Eastern Comets were 8-1 entering the ball game. Blackford Bruins were looking for a win. It was a decisive victory for Eastern. And we'll mention in the lower bracket, 7 o'clock start, Wabash was at Tipton. Wabash started the evening at 2-7. Tipton started the evening at 5-4. Tipton got the win, 48-13. Those 2 games, as you know, happening tonight, 31st of October, Eastern Comets and the Tipton Blue Devils. Eastern Comets, they earned the home game because they played away last week, and Tipton played a home game last week. So that's why we're here at Eastern Comet High School. Tipton Blue Devils and the Eastern Comets. So 1:32 on the game clock, pregame intermission. Get some arms warmed up there here out of the locker room, doing some sprints over there on the opposite sideline, Eastern Comets. So football here on a Friday. We got some smoke in the air. The moon is up overhead. I think Ricky Skaggs says the moon don't move. Or maybe it does, but the moon don't move. But the Earth has rotated on its axis. And we'll hope that that's true, because someone told me that knows a lot more than me, that maybe our winters have been somewhat good because of that rotation of the axis a few degrees. That's what they told me. So 37 seconds left here in the intermission. Blue Devils getting sights up. Eastern Comets on the opposite sideline. And second half action. 20 seconds on the intermission clock. Blue Devils and the Eastern Comets. So the official going to walk out with the football. Even the officials need to get loosened up after a 15-minute intermission. Rightfully so. I understand that. So 2:55 on the game clock. I guess I can understand that. So these officials, I tell you what, they're statewide. They move. They're everywhere. Lots of football on a Friday night. And as Larry Murdoch says, it should be Friday night exclusively for high school Yeah, but they're throwing some middle school. I should say, yes, Larry is the middle school coach for the Blue Devils. But they should have some Friday night football for high school. They do sprinkle in some college. But they're getting warmed up. And Eastern Comets warming up a left-footed place kicker here on the surface. So clock moving to put 3 minutes back on the clock. So it's actually an 18-minute intermission. So they put the 3 minutes on. We're under 2 minutes in the final minutes of the intermission. And the Blue Devils, Eastern Comets, tied at 2-2, 2 wins, 2 losses since 2011. So football here, second round of sectional 36. So clock moving, and absolutely, and so I tell you what, we'll have football here momentarily. So the 5 P's. The 5 P's of football: proper preparation prevents poor performance, and proper preparation even works on note reading. So 49 seconds, clock inside a minute. So the officials are out on the surface. Blue Devils standing right about their 28-yard line. Blue Devils are going to kick off. The Comets were allowed to elect before the game, and they elected to kick off. And sometimes you kick off twice. Coach Toll let me know that Coach Mannering elected to kick off twice because the wind was blowing, and that was his choice. That's a pretty solemn choice. So Blue Devils going to kick off. It's going to be Brogan Ferg. Brogan Ferg going to line up from the right hash mark. I should say Scott Mannering's son is now the coach at Lewis Cass. So they're going to line up soccer style. Brogan Ferg waiting for the whistle. Second half, 12 minutes on the game clock. Here comes the approach. Give me a squib kick. Right side, it's going to float out of bounds. It's going to go out of bounds inside the 20. They'll mark it about the 21. So they can either back him up, make him kick it again from 5 yards back, or take the ball where it went out of bounds, which they won't do, or take it 25 yards from where the ball was kicked. And they'll spot it there at the 35. Eastern Comets will have it 1st and 10. So the Eastern Comets going to line up offensively. We'll double check. They are going to back him up. They're going to back him up 5, make him kick it again. So that's an interesting call. That doesn't usually happen. So the Blue Devils will back up 5. They'll kick from the 35. So that was a squib kick, went right side, went out of bounds. It was a ground mounter. And Brogan Ferg going to spot it once again, that vertical football off the tee. Well, he'll back up about 7 yards, a bit soccer style. He'll wait for the whistle. There's the whistle. Brogan Ferg, there's the kick, squib kick, close to the left side. Squib kick off the receiver, be picked up inside the 10 at the 9. On the return, that's Hurt with the football. Caleb Hurt, senior, with the return. That's a difficult ball to return to the flag. Flag on the far sideline, I should say on the near sideline, on the Blue Devils sideline, and they're going to be a holding call. So they're going to be a holding penalty against the Eastern Comets on the return. So they'll back it up 10 after the point of the tackle. So they'll back it up from the 15. They'll go half the distance to the 7.5. 7.5-yard line, 11:54 on the game clock. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eastern Comets. So ball spotted near the left hash mark. They respot it there. 21-yard, that's going to be 20 on the game. The play clock to the line of scrimmage. Eastern Comets, they'll line up in a slot right. Slot right, slot left. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle, single man to backfield is Pickett. He'll get the handoff. Pickett goes up the middle. He'll cut left. He'll cut right. And the Blue Devils are going to make the tackle. He'll pick up necessary yardage. They'll move the ball out beyond the 20, near the 23-yard line. Ball spotted, 23, 1st and 10. They move the chains. They roll the clock. 11:43. We're in the third quarter. 21-14 contest. Comets in front. Going to line up at the line of scrimmage. Going to line up in a slot left, slot right, short side of the field. The ball's just inside the right hash. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. He'll look for new instructions. We get back behind center, shotgun formation. Isaiah Pickett in the backfield. Shotgun. He'll pass it to the flat, left side, caught. Because he'll be tackled in the field of play. He'll get beyond the 30-yard line, near the 32-yard line. It's going to be necessary yardage. Check that. They're going to call it a gain of 8. 8 yards. They're going to call it second down. They're calling it 1 on the board. Ball spotted, 32-yard line. Ball's at the left hash mark. To the line of scrimmage. Comets are going to line up in a slot right. In the slot right side is Caleb Hurts. They'll line up in a short slot. Left side, they'll deep motion with Hurts. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. He'll hand off. It'll be a short gain. Blue Devils right there to make the tackle. Nathan Hawkins in on the stop. And it's going to be necessary yardage. They'll pick up the first down. They'll move the chains, and they'll roll the clock. 10:45 on the game clock. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. Eastern Territory. They break huddle in unison. They'll line up with 3 receivers to the right side, slot, double slot, right side, split out wide left. Single man in the backfield, running back, shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. He'll drop the throw. Pass in the flat. Nearly there was Dakota Garman, almost a pick 6. The catch is made. And the catch is made on the play. Credit that catch. Number 3, Bentley Hollinger. He's a junior, 6 foot, 185. So it's going to be short of the line to gain. It's going to be second down, 1 from the right hash shotgun. Gibson Eagle handoff. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage, but he'll pick up necessary yardage. So tripped up there by Zane Durham. Zane Durham will be tripped up. They're going to work with him. And so they're going to set him down just for a minute. Check on him. Burke Emmert going to attend to Zane. Might have been a cramp. We'll see. We'll see. Checking on his extremities. And we do appreciate you listening. Thank you. And so you're going to walk him to the surface. Get a good hand clap. And the ball spotted. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line, just inside the right hash mark. First down 10, clock moving, 9:48 on the game clock. Ball's just inside the right hash. Going to line up split left. 3 receivers to the right, single man in the backfield. It's Isaiah Pickett, shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. He'll take the snap. Look left. He'll go across the middle. Pass play. Going to be caught. That's Bentley Hollinger. Bentley Hollinger going to go in for a score. 56 yards out. Touchdown pass to Hollinger. 9:23 on the game clock. 27-14. Eastern Comets will try the point after touchdown. And the kick, it's going to be right-footed kicker, number 25, Owen Toll. On the hold, 27, Cody Tarr. There's a snap. There's a hold. The kick is blocked. Kick is blocked, no good. So 27-14. They say the door is open. 9:23 left here in the third quarter. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. When you think of water, think of Rutledge Well Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You can call Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated at 765-292-2315 or visit them on their website, RutledgeWellDrilling.com. That's Atlanta, Indiana, just west. Licensed, insured, honest, dependable, and always professional. Mike, Nathan, and Levi Rutledge. And Mike is still the main drip. So the Blue Devils back to receive the kickoff. The Eastern Comets are going to kick this one away from at the 40-yard line. They'll line up again at their left hash with a compressed kickoff team. They'll kick this one flat. It's going to be picked up out of the air. On the return, Zach Ridgway. Ridgway gets about an 8-yard return. The Blue Devils will take over at their own 43-yard line. And it's going to be marked there at the right hash mark. Blue Devils are going to have it. 1st and 10. Clock stopped at 9:19 left in the third quarter. 27-14. Eastern in front. Going to line up in a slot left. Slot right in the slot right side. Mahaney, he'll go deep motion. Mahaney out of the motion, I should say, and going to hand off up the middle. Chase Hussey. Hussey's going to pick up 3. They'll take it to the 45-yard line. They'll mark it again right there at the right hash mark. It's going to bring up a 2nd down 7. 9:03 clock moving, third quarter. Quinn Toll to the huddle. Going to distribute the play probably one time. To the line of scrimmage, Blue Devils. They're going to line up in a slot left side. Split out wide right is Zach Ridgway. In the slot right side is Isaiah Mahaney. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Dropping the throw. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll nearly get back to the line of scrimmage. Had deep routes right there. Had to get back in the, got what he could. And so he'll take it to the 44-yard line at the right hash mark. 8:22 clock moving. Third quarter from the right hash. Blue Devils break huddle to the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 12. Plenty of time. They're going to line up slot right. Split left is Dakota Garment. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Near motion, Isaiah Mahaney. Shotgun quarterback. Quinn Toll, pass play. Left side blocking out in front of him. That's Dakota Garment on the catch. He'll work the ball into Blue Devil, into Eastern Comet territory. They'll spot it near the 42-yard line. 1st down, Blue Devils. 7:55 on the game clock. They're going to roll the clock pretty much immediately. If they get the chains partially set, that umpire knows his job. So the ball spotted. "42-yard line. Blue Devils going to line up. Short side of the field. Split out wide right. Wide left. Here's Dakota Garment. Slot receiver. They go trips to the right. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Hand off, Chase Hussey. Hussey tripped up. It keeps his balance long enough to get a couple of more. Chase Hussey going to get the ball inside the 40-yard line. Spot him near the 37-yard line. 7:15 on the game clock. So ball mark there inside, just right at the left hash mark. Chase Hussey going to get a little breather. 7:04, clock moving. We're in the third quarter. Second down 5. Blue Devils driving at the Eastern Comet 37. Going to line up in a slot left, short side of field, slot right. Deep motion, Mahaney out of a slot left. Shotgun quarterback takes a snap. Quinn Toll, the handoff up the middle. Chase Hussey, the ball carrier. He'll get a positive gain. He'll get inside the 35-yard line. He'll get near the 34. They're going to call it third down 2. So 3rd and 2, ball just inside the 35-yard line and just inside the left hash mark. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Going to line up under center. It's going to be Quinn Toll. Single back, Chase Hussey. Deep motion down the right tackle. We got Zane Durham back in the ball game. Dives it forward. And it's going to be tackled right there, first down. Just got enough. Chase Hussey, the ball carrier. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. It's nosed up to the 32. That's the left hash mark. Going to line up short side of field. Going to have a slot. Going to have an H-back. It's going to be Slade Springer, the H-back left side. Dakota Garman under center is Quinn Toll. Deep motion again. Zane Durham dropping the throw. Pass play. Left side. Nearly brought in. Dakota Garman near the 2-yard line. Dakota Garman nearly went up to high point the ball, and ball comes down to the surface. Defensive coverage. Defensive coverage good there for the Eastern Comets. 5:40 clock stopped. Second down 10. Incomplete pass. Left corner, I believe that was Caleb Hertz on the defense there. Don't quote me. That senior class member, Caleb Hertz. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Slade Springer gets the handoff. First run of the ball game, he's fresh. Slade Springer gets the ball inside the 25, near the 23-yard line. Clock moving, 5:25. Here in the third quarter. Ball at the 23. It's marked inside the the left hash mark. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Going to line up, split wide left. It's going to be Parker Capshaw. They have trips to the right. Seeing him in the backfield again is Slade Springer. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll takes the snap. He'll drop 2 steps. Pass play. Right side, touchdown. Pass was on time. The catch was made. And we'll double check here. It was Zach Ridgway. 6'6" target. Touchdown Blue Devils. 4:58 on the game clock, third quarter. 27-20. Blue Devils will try the point after. Brogan Ferg on the kick. We'll call for a snap. Snap's good. Holds good. Kick is through the upright. The 27-21 contest. So we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Bubbles and Bark Spa. If you love your dog, Bubbles and Bark Spa will love your dog too. Yes, Bubbles and Bark Spa on the web, bubblesandbarkspa.com. They're located at 3660 West 500 South, Sharpsville, Indiana 46068. By email, you can capture them at bubblesandbarkspa@yahoo.com. That's Katie. Katie Waits. At the age of 15, she began bathing dogs. After graduating high school, she got her license to groom. In grooming since, Katie now is an entrepreneur at the age of 21. And she is a 4-H member of 10 years. That's Katie Waits. And she grooms dogs. Blue Devils going to kick off. Eastern Comets going to line up to receive. 4:58 left here in the third quarter. 27-21. Comets in front. Set to kick off. It's going to be Brogan Furr. The whistle. And here comes the kick. Going to be a squib kick. Left side. Blue Devils trying to get on it. They couldn't get to it. The boundary line was tight right there. A good effort. That ball was veering to the left out of bounds. But trying to track it down was Isaiah Mahaney. Mahaney touched the ball. They're going to ask to see whether or not he had control of it. They're going to talk about this. It's going to be close. I mean, he did touch the ball in bounds, and he might have been down by contact. But did he possess the ball? So they're talking it over. The umpire, they're going to give it to Eastern. Eastern Comets are going to have it 1st and 10. 1st and 10. So the Comets will have it on their side of 50. That was a good squib kick. It was kept. It had some English on it. It kept curving like a right-handed curveball out of bounds. And speaking of curveball, I said, what, those Toronto Blue Jays. Wow. Outdid the bullpen of the Dodgers is what I read. So let's start right here. 31-yard line. 1st and 10. They're going to line up slot left. Split out wide right handoff up the middle. It's going to be a gain of about 5. Ball carrier on the play. Double check there. Isaiah Pickett. They're going to spot it just across the 35 at about the 36-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down 5 for the Comets. Ball spotted just inside the right hash mark. Comets going to line up short side of field, slot right. They'll line up slot left, near. H-back, he'll go motion now, deep motion. For the slot man left side, hand off. The Blue Devils there to stop the runner. There's going to be a gain of a couple. A tackle on the play was made by Slade Springer. And the ball carrier again was 34, Isaiah Pickett. So he nosed the ball up to the 37-yard line. Ball is just inside the right hash. Play comes into the huddle via the legs of Gibson Eagle. Comets break huddle in unison. They're to the line of scrimmage. Slot right, short side of field in the slot is Caleb Hurts. Slot left, wide side of field. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagles. Single man in the backfield is Pickett. Dropping the throw. Pass play. Right side, couldn't bring it in. Did he toe tap? They're going to say no, out of bounds, incomplete pass. Not sure he caught it. It was in front of the Blue Devil bench. Incomplete pass, going to bring out 4th down 4. And the Eagles, they're going to drop back in punt formation. So they'll drop back about 12 yards. And the Eastern Comets are going to go for this. They're going to step back up under center. And the Blue Devils are going to call a quick timeout. So the deep back, that was 25, Owen Toll. He was in punt formation. He jogged up, was getting under center to go for it, possibly. And that's pretty nice playmaking, and the Blue Devils right on key to call timeout. So we'll see if they come back and want to punt the ball this time. 4th and 4. 3:32 on the game clock. Blue Devils and the Eastern Comets. And again, we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com. FritzandFishers.com since 1983. Great cars, great prices, great customers. And dial them up at their dealership in Fishers at 317-842-2228. That's Fritz and Fishers, 8599 East 116th Street. Fritz in Noblesville, 2400 Westfield Road. And that's Fritz and Fishers for that 2-point conversion. You can explore their quality used car inventory, FritzandFishers.com. So we're going to line up in punt formation. 12 yards deep, 25, Owen Toll. He'll take the snap. He's going to punt it off the side of his foot. It's going to go right side out of bounds. It's going to land out of bounds. And they're going to run the mountain climber game. The umpire is looking at the line judge, and the line judge tells him when to stop, and there it is. Tells him to stop at the 50-yard line. So the Blue Devils can have it 1st and 10 at their own 50-yard line. So 1st and 10, 3:25 left here in the third quarter. Ball nosed up to the 50-yard line, placed at the left hash mark. So the Blue Devils, they call the play. Coach Shear sends it in. Quinn Toll. So the Blue Devils break huddle. They're to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up, single man in the backfield is Chase Hussey. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. They'll go trips right side. Split out wide left, short side of the field. There's Dakota Garman. They're going to handoff. Left to right, Chase Hussey. Hussey's going to move the pile. Chase Hussey going to pick up about 7, might have been 8. And a late flag comes in, and Jack Roach, left tackle for the Blue Devils, is clapping when he sees the flag, and they're going to say it's going to be against the double check here. And the umpire, and one of the, I think the linebacker umpire, no, you're going to talk this over. It's going to be a personal foul. Personal foul against the Eastern Comets. I think not sure. I saw the personal foul call. His back was to me. Not sure if he grasped a face mask. I'm not sure. But it's a 15-yard penalty. So the run was for 7. I believe it was for 7 from Hussey. And they tack on 15. The ball's going to be spotted near the 28-yard line, just inside the left hash. 3:10, clock moving, third quarter. 27-21, Comets in front. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. He'll get the handoff again. Hussey going to spin move. He'll get it down near the 25. And it's going to be a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down, 7. So ball spotted middle of the field between the goalposts. These goalposts here, they're not real tall. They're about like the normal goalposts you had back in the 70s, 80s. If they work. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Slot left. Tight end right is Zach Ridgway. Tight end left is Jaron Aller. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Handoff, Chase Hussey. Hussey going to be held up right there and to little to no gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. The dial it down says 3rd down. He didn't move. So it's going to be 3rd down, 8 for the Blue Devils. Ball spotted just outside the 25, near the 26-yard line. So Quinn Toll, play enters the huddle. He's checking the wristband. Play clock's at 15. They break huddle in unison with the hand clap. To the line of scrimmage. To the line up in the slot left, short side of the field. Here comes near motion out of the slot right side, Dakota Garman. Shotgun quarterback is Quinn Toll. Pass is caught. Again, it's Zach Ridgway. It's enough for a 1st down. He's going to move the pile. They're going to get him for forward progress. Zach Ridgway, some strong legs. Moves the football. It's a 1st down, Blue Devils. So the Blue Devils just inside the 15-yard line. Take that back. Yeah, but ball's at just inside the 15. They're calling it the 14. It's 1st and 10. Blue Devils going to line up. Trips to the right. Slot. It should be split out wide left. Here comes near motion out of the slide. That's Mahaney dropping out of the quarterback. That's Quinn Toll. A pass to the flat. Catch is made. A bubble screen after that flat pass. Dakota Garman made the catch. But he's going to lose a yard on the catch. It's going to be 2nd down, 11. So clock moving inside a minute, 50 seconds left. Third quarter, Blue Devils have the ball at the Eastern Comet 15-yard line. Going to line up under center, Quinn Toll. Double H-back. Deep H-back there is Zane Durham, the handoff up the middle. Chase Hussey, the ball carrier, will be tripped up near the line of scrimmage. Clock moving, 23 seconds left. They might let this clock run out. Play at the other end on their third down, 11. The Blue Devils are going to be content here to walk to the other end after a timeout. So Tipton Blue Devils at the 10-yard line. It's going to be third down. At the 14-yard line, it's going to be third down 10. And we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is also in part being brought to you by Lucky Strike Lane at Elwood, Indiana. If you like creating memories, that's the place to be. Family-friendly bowling, state-of-the-art Redemption Arcade, great food, drinks, and I should say, that's at Sally's at the Alley. They're open lanes with Cosmic Bowling every Saturday night, 7 to 11 p.m. Lucky Strike Lanes, just west of the Pizza King on Anderson Street. That's in Elwood. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Century 21 Real Estate. Century 21, that's Lisa Stokes Bear. Enthusiasm, experience, and knowledge. The Lisa Stokes Bear, real estate agent, real estate broker. Lisa listens. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21 Sheets Company, serving Hamilton, Tipton, and Madison counties since 1997, specializing in residential and corporate relocations. Contact Lisa by phone or by text message, 317-513-4086. Again, 317-513-4086. It's Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. The Blue Devils are going to make the jog to the other side of the field here. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line, just inside the left hash mark. Blue Devils going toward the scoreboard. They're going to line up, trips right side, split out wide left, short side of field. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll, single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Third down 10. We're going to run the option. Left side, Chase Hussey, the ball carrier. Quinn Toll makes the pitch, and it's going to be a good positive gain. Not going to quite be enough for a first down. It's going to bring up a fourth down for the Blue Devils. 11:54 on the game clock. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line. It's going to be fourth down and less than 2, probably closer to 1. Timeout on the field. It's an official timeout. With 11:49, he wanted the clock to stop. Now maybe, I'm not sure. To the line of scrimmage, Blue Devils. Going to line up under center, Quinn Toll. In the backfield, Chase Hussey. Quinn Toll will take the snap, motion away, and he'll take the ball forward. And Quinn Toll gets enough for a first down, and then some. He'll mark it down to the 1-yard line. It's going to be first and goal, Blue Devils. 11:44 on the game clock. 27-21. They'll roll the clock. Box is set. It's first and goal from the 1-yard line. Blue Devils going to break huddle. In unison, they'll line up with trips to the right. Split out wide left, short side of the field. Single man in the backfield. Believed to be Slade Springer, shotgun quarterback. To follow the block, and it's going to be Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll, the ball carrier, going to be a touchdown. Touchdown left side. Toll puts it in. It's a 6-point touchdown. The Blue Devils will try the point after. Quinn Toll on the season picks up touchdown number 9 on the ground. Going to line up for the point after. Short snapper, Grayson Withrow. Quinn Toll, the holder. He'll call for the snap. Snap's good, holds good. Kick is good also through the uprights. With the 11:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Tipton Blue Devils 28, Eastern Comets 27. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Is your roof ready for game day? At Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, they know the best offense is a strong defense. Starting with your roof, from repairs to full replacements, siding to gutters, They got your home covered, literally. Ranger Roofing and Exteriors is locally owned and operated by Jordan Beck. His team plays hard, works harder, and doesn't stop till the job is done right. You can contact Ranger Roofing and Exteriors by email at rangerroofingexteriors.com or by phone at 317-361-7858. That's Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. The Blue Devils going to kick off from the right hash. It's going to be Brogan Berg once again. Here comes the approach. Here comes the boot. It's going to be a squib kick across the middle of the field. It's going to bounce hard. It's going to be picked up at the 37-yard line. It's going to take back 27 on the return for the Eastern Comets. So they'll bring it out to the 29-yard line. And the Eastern Comets will put the ball in play from their right hash mark. And they'll get their football back in the game to run offense. So the ball, they're going to spot it across the 30 at the 31. First and 10 for the Comets. They break huddle, hand clap in unison. Out across the 30. 31-yard line. They're going to line up in a slot left. Slot right, single man in the backfield. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. He'll take a low snap. He'll dive it forward. That low snap. It's a difficult way to catch. And the Blue Devils are going to catch him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of about 1. So clock moving inside 11 minutes, fourth quarter. They spot the ball back at the 29-yard line. Second down, 12. They're calling it a loss of 2 on the board. So the Comets break huddle in unison. They're going to line up with one receiver split out wide right. 2, they got a slot left side, large side of the field. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. Shotgun. He'll drop the throw. Pass play. Left side, timing catch made. Hillinger makes the catch. He'll get out near midfield. Out to the 48-yard line. And a good grab there by Bentley Hillinger. And a good ball timing play from Gibson Eagle. So ball spotted, 48-yard line. The marker will bring it into the left hash mark. 10-17, clock moving. Ball spotted, 48-yard line. They'll line up with a short slot left side. Slot right, they'll hand off. Single man in the backfield. It's going to be Isaiah Pickett. There's going to be a flag on the play. Pickett's going to go up the sideline and be pushed out of bounds near the 20-yard line by Dakota Garman. Flag on the play during the run. And the flag is near the sideline also. So Pickett gets a good run up the sideline. He's knocked out of bounds. A hand tackle out of bounds by Dakota Garman. And they're spotting the flag, so that's going to be a mark-off, going to be some type of a holding penalty. So they're spotting the flag, and they'll walk this off from the Blue Devil 43. They'll mark it off 10 yards, and they'll take it back to the 47. So pretty much where they started at, they lost a yard on that penalty. That's all. First and 11. So ball's at the 47. It goes slot right, split left. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. Pass play. Left side, complete to Hollinger. Again, Bentley Hollinger, and he's never brought to the ground. Forward progress. He's held up right there about the time he caught the ball. And a little bit of a fake to the right side. Good look. The right side brought the ball back in a hurry. Found Hollinger. Complete pass. Going to be a gain on the play. A gain of about 4. It's going to be second down 6. They're calling it 5. Second 5 on the board. They're going to line up, split left, slot right. Shotgun quarterback. Low snap. He'll hand off to Isaiah Pickett. And the Blue Devils going to capture him at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It's going to be third down 6. They mark the ball to Blue Devils 48-yard line. The ball play comes into the huddle via the legs of the Eagle. The break huddle in unison. 8:44 on the game clock. Clock moving. Fourth quarter. 28-27. Blue Devils in front. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. Slot right, slot left. Pass play. Right sideline is caught. Going to get beyond the outreach of Quinn Tolles. It's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown. Right side. 48-yard pass play from Gibson Eagle. So Eastern Comets go back in front, 33-28. They'll try the point after. So they spot the ball 3-yard line. Comets going to break huddle in unison. They'll line up to the line of scrimmage. They'll go for 2. And the lineup split in. Left side. 3 receivers right. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. Pass play quick. Caught. And point after. 2-point conversion is good. And Gibson Eagle completes the pass. 2-point conversion. And that's going to put the margin at 7 points. With 8:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Eastern Comets 35. Tipton Blue Devils 28. And again, we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. Indiana Express Rentals, when you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high-quality choice isn't too far away. You can call Dirk. Dirk, he's at Indiana Express Rentals at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana. 1708 South 8th Street. They are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Dirk will help you find that perfect choice for that rental truck experience. You can contact Dirk at Indiana Express Rentals. 317-773-4800. Again, that's 317-773-4800. So I'm going to hand the football again to Owen Toll. Spotted there at the 40-yard line, just inside the left hash mark. 8:24 on the game clock. There's the whistle. Here comes the approach. It's going to be a squib kick. Caught there in the air by Zach Ridgway. Ridgway across the 40 to get out to the 49-yard line. That was a pretty swift kick. And Ridgway picks it up out of the air, takes it to the 49 of Tipton. 8:19 on the game clock. Blue Devils will put the ball in play, 1st and 10. They're going to spot him at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Blue Devils. They break huddle. Got the proper football out there. The umpire makes a good underhanded toss to the line judge with the other football. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Slot right, short side of the field. Slot left. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. They'll call the cadence. They'll take the snap. You're going to take the handoff pass play. Left side, Dakota Garman. Dakota Garman makes the catch. They'll take it across the 50-yard line. They'll take it near the 46. They're going to spot him near the 46-yard line of Eastern Comet territory. It's nosed up. It's going to be 2nd down and about 4. 7:55 on the game clock. Joe Klauser enters the huddle, giving a breather to Isaiah Mahaney, a couple of seniors.
Yo, be ready.
Ball spotted, 46-yard line from the left hash. Play clock at 7. Blue Devils at the line of scrimmage. Slot right. You got split in left. Jaron Aller in the backfield. Hand off. Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey going to take it at the sideline. That's the Eagles from the Eastern Comet sideline. They'll pick up necessary yardage. They'll move the chains. So let's spot the ball out to the 38-yard line. Comet territory. 7:27 on the game clock. He got out of bounds. Stops the clock at 7:27. Quinn Toll brings the play to the huddle. Checks the wristband. They break huddle in unison. Play clock's at 10. They're good. Going to line up and slot right. Tight end left, Jaron Aller. Behind the tackle, left side. Pass play, Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll down the middle. Looking for the catch. It is Dakota Garman. Dakota Garman catch in front of Hollinger. Defensive back makes the catch, takes it on in. And it's a 37-yard pass play from Quinn Toll to Dakota Garman. So, pass play on the year. That's I mentioned that's catch number, should say pass play number 14 off the hand of Quinn Toll. They'll line up in a point after. They'll go for one. Looking for the snap. Withrow. The snap's good, holds good, and the kick is no good, just wide left. 35-34. 7:19 left here in the fourth quarter. The Comets 35, Blue Devils 34. 7:19 left. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen Grill and Chill. They're located at 800 East Jefferson Street. That's in Tipton. They're open at 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. They offer dine-in, carry-out. They have drive-through and outdoor seating. That's Dairy Queen in Tipton. 7:19 on the game clock. Blue Devils going to kick the ball away. Setting the block, the tee right there is Brogan Ferg. So the Blue Devils going to kick off, and the Eastern Comets going to be prepared for another squib kick. This game is pretty much squib kick city since a couple of kicks. They're going to reply. They're not ready for the whistle yet. A little bit early. The whistle was given, but they're wanting. Actually, they call timeout. Timeout on the play going to be called by the Eastern Comets. So Eastern Comets want to talk this over before the kick. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. We thank you for listening. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. If you're looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union. That's North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for lower rates on loans, higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs, they've got you covered. Join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares, with branches in Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo. They are there to serve the community. That's Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. Visit them at encompasscu.org or at any of their convenient locations. That's Encompass Credit Union. So Blue Devils going to kick off. Kick off again. He resets the football. A little bit vertical for Brogan Ferg. But soccer style, there's the whistle. And there's the kick. Kick's going to go down. It's going to come to a stop at the 5-yard line. They pick it up in the corner by the pylon. And the Eastern Comets on the return are going to be hemmed in inside the 10-yard line. And that was a good spot. Kick by Brogan Ferg. 7:12 on the game clock. 35-34. Comets in front. Comets have the football. 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line. So ball's placed middle of the field. It's between the goalposts, vertically on the football field. So in the lineup, slot left. In the slot is Caleb Hertz. The lineup split end right side. Singham in the backfield. Gibson Eagle takes a snap. He hands off. Hands off, going to get a positive gain out beyond the 10-yard line, about the 12-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of about 5. Check that. A gain of about 7. Yeah, 5. It's going to be second down And we'll double check the board here. 2nd and 5, they're calling it 4 on the board. So ball's at the 12. Clock moving, 6:45, 4th quarter. Going to line up. Eastern Comets, slot left, split right. Single man in the backfield. Believed to be Pickett. That's Isaiah Pickett, senior athlete. Shotgun quarterback, junior class. Gibson Eagle, pass play, right side. Going to be caught. Caught him, he picked up out of bounds. Defensively, catch was made, and he'll get beyond the first down yardage, and making the tackle out there was Chase Hussey from a linebacker position. So, went out of bounds. Clock stopped at 6:24. First down 10. Ball spotted at the Comets' 20-yard line. They'll line up in a slot left. Split right, single man in the backfield, Gibson Eagle. He'll take the snap, hand off to go right side. Isaiah Pickett. Pickett's going to be tackled out of bounds. Stop the clock once again at 6:19. So they'll bring the ball in. They'll spot it near the 22-yard line. 22-yard line, going to be a gain of 2. 2nd down 8. So ball spotted at the right hash mark. Eastern Comets to the line of scrimmage. 6:05, clock moving. 35-34, Comets in front with the football. Going to line up in a shotgun. Gibson Eagle has dropped the pass. Looking left, avoid a would-be sack. He'll let the ball go. It's going to be underthrown. But Gibson Eagle got away from the would-be sack and let the ball go. And he's going to live for another down. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. So they respot it, 22-yard line. 3rd down 8, ball spotted at the right hash mark. Play clock at 15, they break huddle. To the line of scrimmage, they're going to line up and split in. Left side, they'll go slot right, short side of the field. Gibson Eagle, the quarterback. Shotgun snap, he'll drop the throw. Pass, left side, caught. Caught in the flat, going to be out to the 31, and he's going to be close to first down yardage. That catch made by Hollinger, and he will get enough for the first down. So they'll move the chains. The ball's going to be spotted at the 31-yard line. Eastern Territory, their own 31. Ball spotted inside the left hash mark. 5:28, clock moving, 4th quarter. Comets break huddle. They're going to line up. 2 receivers right. We'll go 1 left side. Hollinger, short side of the field. Shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. He'll take the snap, handoff. He'll take the handoff. He'll dive it forward. Isaiah Pickett, the ball carrier. He'll take it to the 35-yard line. He'll pick up 4. It's going to be 2nd down 6. 4:55, clock moving. 35-34. Comets in front. 4:45 on the game clock. Clock moving, 4th quarter. Ball spotted, 35-yard line from the left hash. Going to line up, split left, short side of the field. They got a slot, right side. Short slot. They got a shotgun quarterback, Gibson Eagle. He'll drop the throw. They're going to go up the sideline. It's going to be caught by Hollinger. Hollinger going to make the run. He's going to go the distance, avoid the would-be tackles, and it's going to be a touchdown pass. It's going to be a 65-yard play, but they're blowing the whistle. They're double check here. Might be a flag on the play. We'll double check here. And it's going to be a touchdown, and then an illegal substitution. Nah. So they're going to throw the flag. The touchdown is going to count. It's going to against the Blue Devils. And double check here. But so the touchdown will count. And they'll try the point after. So the Comets have it. They'll have it at the 3-yard line. It'll be one untimed down after the score. It's 41-34. And they're going to go for 2. 41-34. Eastern Comets to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up, slot left. Split right. Single man in the backfield. It's not who we think it is. It's a shotgun quarterback taking a snap. He's going to run the ball himself. Blue Devils are going to keep him out of the end zone. 2-point conversion, no good. Gibson Eagle pretty much called his own number. Went immediately right side. 4-hole, possibly the 6-hole, no good. And it's a 41-34 contest. With 4:15 left. 4:15 left here in the fourth quarter. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Camino and Company in downtown Noblesville. Camino and Company, a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and the CNC founders. Their mascot is a 1984 El Camino SS. That El Camino is owned by B.E. Witham. Our goal, I should say their goal at Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concept to the Camino and Company completion. You can reach them via their website at camino-and-company.com. That's Camino and Company in Noblesville. It's right there on the square, right there on the northeast side of the square, kind of catty corner from Smith Jewelers and Lagan. So they're going to line the ball up. They're going to kick it away from the X right out in the middle of the field. Going to kick it straight away here. They got balanced kicking unit now, 5 left and 5 right of the kicker. There's the whistle. And it's Owen Toll. The boot is high elevation. He'll pitch it. Pooch kick right side on the return of the Blue Devils right there. And then the Blue Devils are going to take over 1st and 10. And they're going to spot it at the 33-yard line. Blue Devil territory. They're going to mark it at the left hash mark. So 1st and 10. Blue Devils, 4:12 left here in the fourth quarter. 41-34. Comets in front. They're going to line up. Trips to the right. Split out wide left is Dakota Garment. Single man in the backfield is Chase Hussey. Shotgun snap. Quarterback Quinn Toll. Pass play. You're going to flat. Double screen. It's going to be Isaiah Mahaney. He'll break through the would-be tacklers. He's still on his feet. He's in the Eastern Comets territory. They'll slow him up. They'll push him backwards. But they'll give him a forward progress. We'll double check where the line judge marks the football. And it's going to be a good play. It's going to be a first down, but they might not get their the mark, the spot they wanted. The ball's still in Blue Devil territory at their own 49. So 49-yard line from the right hash. 3:47, clock moving. Blue Devils up to the line of scrimmage. They'll line up in a slot left. Tight end right is Zach Ridgway. Geronalo. They're going to hand off the ball. They give it to Chase Hussey. He dives it forward. Now into Comic territory. They'll spot him near the 43-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. And the ball again is at the right hash mark. They'll start the clock, and they have clock moving inside 3:17. So ball spotted. They're going to stop play here. Blue Devils will double check it. Comets are going to call a defensive timeout. And the Comets, I saw the official, they're down, the motion, they're down to 1 timeout on the eastern side of the ball. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies, you can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in, if only to browse around. They're located at 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They've got trophies, awards, plaques, and more. They have fast turnaround. Prices are low. Prices are so low you may want to be a repeat customer. Ex-Noblesville Trophy, 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana, 46060. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by dialing 317-773-7391. Again, 317-773-7391. Blue Devils are to the line of scrimmage off the sideline. So are the Eastern Comets. Slot left. Short side of field is swing back and then go motion deep. That's Isaiah Mahaney. Shotgun snap taken by Toll. The hand off. Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey going to move the ball, move the pile. It's going to be a first down, Blue Devils. Chase Hussey takes it down near the 32-yard line, Eastern Territory. Clock stopped at 3:05 to move the chains. He'll start the clock now. 3:02. Clock moving. Ball's in the middle of the field, right between the goalposts. They're going to line up here at 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Trips to the right. Split out wide left, short side of the field is Dakota Garment. Single man in the backfield, Zane Durham. Shotgun snap, they'll hand it to Durham. Durham going to go up the middle. He'll dive forward. He'll keep a good head of steam. He'll dive forward. He'll pick up positive yardage. And he'll pick up a necessary first down yardage on the play. So ball spotted right there, 31, double check here. Will be the 22-yard line. Common territory. Ball's in the middle of the field, right between the goalposts. Going to line up, trips to the right. Split out wide left is Garmin. Single man in the backfield, Zane Durham. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. He'll take the snap. He'll look right side. Pass play caught, Isaiah Mahaney. Bubble screen out right side. Mahaney's going to drive it forward. They get a good positive gain, and he'll take it down near the 15-yard line. So they'll bring it back in to the right hash. And it's going to be second down, about 3. They're going to call it the 16. The ball spotted near the 15-yard line. 2nd and 4 on the scoreboard. They're going to line up in a slot left. Slot right. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. He'll line up to Quinn Toll's left. A little bit deeper. Here comes motion from left to right. It's going to be Dakota Garment. Roll out of pocket and quarterback Quinn Toll going to throw the ball away. Throwing the ball away, avoids a sack, stops the clock, 1:31 left. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, and they're calling it 3. So Joe Klauser enters the huddle. 41-34. Blue Devils trail right now by 7. Blue Devils have it 3rd and 3 at the 15. They're going to line up in a shotgun. They got slot left, tight end right is Ridgeway. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Shotgun snap taken by Quinn Toll. Hussey going to dive it right side. He'll stay on his feet. He's going to move the football, and Chase Hussey is going to be near the goal line. They're going to spot him near the 1. And a little bit of tush-push there by one player assisting Hussey. Didn't see who it was. So they're going to roll the clock. Clock's at the ball is at the 1-yard line. 1:15 on the game clock. Clock is moving. Little shoe tie there. Blue Devils have timeouts. We'll mention the Eastern Comets have one. 41-34. Clock is moving. It's at 1 minute. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up in a shotgun. They give a slot left, and they got a tight end right. That's Zach Ridgeway. It's going to be a ball carrier. It's going to be diving across, and it's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown for Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll calls these numbers. And Chase Hussey blocking out front. So right now, it's a 41-40 contest. Blue Devils, what will they do? Blue Devils are going to keep the offense on the field. 41-40, 46.9 seconds remaining here in regulation. Got a little bit of a rain falling, not much. Sprinkling under center is Quinn Toll. They're going to line up in a shift. They're going to go timeout. And the Blue Devils will call the timeout. Blue Devils call timeout. They'll talk this over. 46.9 left here in the 4th quarter. And the Blue Devils are going to talk this over. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is in Parks. Being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. That's at 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards. Posters and oversized printing also available. If you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach them by 317-773-8783. Blue Devils under center, they'll shift right to left. They're going to power I left. Under center, it's Quinn Toll. They'll pitch it, Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey going to dive it forward, and they're going to say he didn't make it. They're going to spot him just short of the goal line. Chase Hussey, the ball carrier. And the Blue Devils have 46.9 seconds remaining here in regulation. 41-40. Blue Devils will kick off. In likelihood, Blue Devils will try the onside kick. And again, we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Edward Jones, Tipton. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement of our young athletes as they receive coaches, teachers, and mentorship. That's Kurt D. Hare, your Tipton Edward Jones financial advisor. He understands this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Tipton High School Blue Devil football on PutMeInSports.com. For all of your investment needs, call 765-675-9535 or visit EdwardJones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. So the Blue Devils going to line the ball up on the 40-yard line. Brogenberg going to wait for the football. He's decided to move the block. He'll go from the right hash mark. He'll go out towards the middle of the field. 46.9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter clock. 41-40. Eastern Comets in front. Blue Devils are kicking off after a touchdown. Couldn't get the two-point conversion. There's the whistle. Here comes the kick. Onside kick, squims. It's going to be recovered. Recovered by the Comets. Comets going to pick it up there at the 48-yard line. Comets will have it 1st and 10. So the ball's going to be spotted there at the 48-yard line. Eastern Comet territory. 1st and 10, Comets. And Blue Devils can play defensively. So 41-40. Comets in front with the football. 46 and a half seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. They're going to line up in a tight bunch. They're going to protect the football under center. Gibson Eagle. He'll take the snap. He'll take the kneel down. So clock moving, 40 seconds. Blue Devils going to allow it to run. 33 seconds. And they'll line up again. They'll snap it again. And they'll take a kneel down. And they call that the Tony Dungy formation. He coined it. And Tipton Blue Devils and the Eastern Comets won a ball game. 14 seconds on the game clock. They're going to let it evaporate. What a ball game. And a one-point game again between these two teams. So we do thank you for tuning in. We thank you for listening. And Tipton Blue Devil football and Eastern Comet football. Thank you. Appreciate both coaches speaking before the game. So until then, We'll see you on the 25th. So no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.